The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Today, we're breaking down the latest news that is surrounding the New York Jets. A lot of it has to do with the ongoing Geno Smith situation. The great Green Bean is going to be stopping by. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Jake Asman Show on a Football Friday. Let's hit it and get it started.
We're sitting in here, we're excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go!
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show presented by PrizePicks. Click the like button and make sure, if you're not subscribed to my channel, that you do so. We did not have a live show this morning because I did 3 hours of radio with this guy. Bart Scott and I got a chance to do a show together earlier today on ESPN New York. Carlos Mendoza got fired minutes before the show started, so that made the show certainly interesting, and we talked about that among a bunch of other topics. You can check it out on the Bart and Carlin podcast feed for those who didn't get a chance to see it live. And because I was hanging out with Bart, he was nice enough to do the Asmaniacs a solid. I brought a football for Bart to sign, and he signed it. So I have a Bart Scott signed football that we will raffle away at the end of this show. It's a officially licensed NFL football for that matter. So that's the raffle prize. And with that, we say hello to our good friend Green Bean, who will be appearing at Gangrene Beach Club on July 11th. That is coming up, people. Get your Speedos ready like GB. It's going to be a blast. Green Bean, how you doing, man? You don't
Well,
say.
I'm not in my Speedo yet, but I'm what happened? Am I there?
Testing?
There I am. All right. I'm not in my Speedo. I'm not in my Speedo yet over here though, Jake. I'm waiting. I thought about wearing it to bed and stuff and getting ready, but I think I'm just going to go in cold.
Green Bean, your internet is lagging behind. So you might hear this in like 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. I'm not quite sure, but reset your StreamYard. We'll bring you back in and we'll go from there. I think that might be the best way we try and approach this thing. But anyway, Green Bean is the guest. He's going to be at Gangrene Beach Club. As you heard us just allude to there, we still have tickets available at gangrenebeachclub.com to lock in your spot. While we wait for Green Bean to return, let's get to a couple Geno Smith related updates around the quarterback room in general. This first clip is from the podcast I do every week with Rich Cimini and Brandon Tierney called The Jets Collective. This was Rich Cimini providing the latest on Geno Smith. Rich, where do we stand in regards to the Geno Smith assault allegations? This story, of course, started gaining some traction late Sunday on Father's Day, of course, and I know you spoke with the Davie Police Department. So as things currently stand on Wednesday afternoon, June 24th, where are we at with the Geno situation?
Yeah, just as I was getting home from the U.S. Open on Sunday night, I checked my phone and someone had sent me a copy of the video that went viral. And so, that required a lot of digging and, police work, which you hate to do as a sports reporter, but it is part of the job. And as of right, and it's a weird story because initially the police said that the case was closed. They were just reviewing it almost in a procedural sense. But then the next day they do an about face and they say upon further review, it almost sounded like instant replay in the NFL. Upon further review, the detectives are looking into this case and it is an active case. That's where it stands right now. No one has been arrested. No one has been charged. This is purely detectives reviewing it, investigating it. I checked in with the league office, got back to me today, actually just before we came on the air. So they are aware of the matter. According to a league spokesman, they've been in contact with the Jets, which is procedural. It's what you have to do when something like this goes on. So, Eddie, I'm hesitant to cast stones here because we don't know the facts yet. We haven't gotten a police report. They're not going to release it until the matter is concluded. I've tried to dig out the report and the 911 call. They've been putting up roadblocks, but right now that's where it stands. It's in the very early stages of an investigation.
So GreenBean is back with us here. GB, I played just basically the update from Rich Cimini, which is it's an open investigation. The police department's not going to comment on it until the investigation is concluded. The NFL is not going to get involved, it doesn't sound like, or the Jets until the investigation has concluded. I spoke with Rich Cimini on our podcast about this. This could be wrapped up at any point, at any time. There's no timeline on any of it. So just your thoughts on where we're at right now with the whole Geno situation.
Well, it looks like I'm lagging again. I don't know what's happened here, Jake. It's crazy.
You look so skinny, by the way. I will throw that out there. You look great.
Yeah, well, thank you. Hold on. I'm gonna switch something here. Yeah, I feel bad. Jake.
You're good. You do the switcheroo. I have another clip that I'll sum up for you when you're back. We'll do the old internet switcheroo. And while we wait for GreenBean, I have right here some more from our collective the other day. We've been talking about possible backups for the Jets, and a popular name I've mentioned has been Cooper Rush. Not so fast, says ESPN's Rich Cimini. Windy City writes in, is it a bad time to pull the trigger on one of the veteran QBs that are still available, i.e. Cooper Rush? We mentioned Rush earlier. Are there any other veteran free agent quarterbacks at this stage that would garner interest if the Jets do have to explore adding another vet?
I mean, there's Josh Dobbs out there. I think if the Jets made a move, it would have to be someone who's currently on a roster. I think the Cooper Rush thing that ship has sailed. I would keep an eye on like the Philadelphia situation. They have a lot of quarterbacks there.
Andy Dalton knows Frank Reich, if you want to find a connection.
I mean, are they going to keep 4 quarterbacks, on their roster? I don't know. I mean, they say they can do that, but that's a lot. So I would keep an eye on that situation. I think it would be more of a player who's on a roster.
I think the big thing is if they were to add another quarterback, it doesn't necessarily have to correlate to, well, they're concerned about Geno's availability, right? I mean, Kate Klubnik got banged up at the end of minicamp. Bailey Zappi wasn't very impressive based on the reports from media and attendance watching these practices. He's got 9 career starts to his name. They might have signed another veteran anyway. They're not paying Zappi anything. They could cut him. They could easily cut Brady Cook. We know they're going to keep Klubnik, and Geno, barring being charged with anything, is on the roster. He's the week 1 starter. So I wouldn't look too much into the Jets adding another veteran and saying, well, they're concerned about Geno Smith. I don't think one necessarily has to do with the other. That said, I don't know why the ship would have necessarily sailed on Cooper Rush if they were interested previously. He's still out there, right? Like Carson Wentz they were linked to, but Wentz wanted to go to Minnesota instead. God bless. I still think backup is a situation we're going to be following. They'll probably start camp, assuming Geno doesn't get charged with anything, with the current quarterback room and see if maybe Klubnik got better, if he learned a lot of the playbook during the 6 weeks between the final mini camp and the start of training camp, and they'll go from there. And I'll also look at it like this. What's the rush? Right? Unless someone gets hurt right away, what's the rush? Pun intended with Cooper Rush. Like, I don't think you need to sign him. I don't think there's stiff competition to bring him in right now. So you could let it play out a week or so into camp and evaluate. Last year, the Jets didn't have Nick Folk on their team a week into training camp. So Muji has shown the ability to add on the fly. So I don't think one has to do with the other in terms of Cooper Rush, if they sign him, or even if it's someone else. The name I brought up in the podcast, as you saw in the clip, was Andy Dalton. The Eagles have 4 quarterbacks right now. They keep it 4. Andy Dalton played for Frank Reich, so he knows the offense. He could help install the offense to the other veteran players, the other young players. Right? You want your backup to have all the answers. So the starter is getting ready for the game every week. He's focused on the game plan. You want the backup to be able to say to the wide receiver, hey, he's going to want you to run this on this play. This is what Frank likes. So that's kind of how I look at it right now. I do think they will add a veteran quarterback, but I'm not going to say, well, this means that they're not sold on Geno Smith or his availability they're concerned with. I think Geno's the week 1 starter. I have no doubt about that. GreenBean will hopefully join us soon. If you missed it, I already shared what the Raffle prize was. I did radio this morning with Bart Scott, filling in for Chris Carlin on their show together on ESPN New York. So I said, hey, Bart, mind signing a football for the Asmaniacs? And Bart was nice enough to do it. So end of this show today, we're going to raffle away a signed Bart Scott football. The weekly raffle will be on our Saturday soiree show tomorrow. So get all your entries in for your chance to win the following prizes on our show tomorrow. Signed Wayne Corbett jersey. Signed Aaron Glenn end zone pylon. Garrett Wilson, Jets jersey number plaque, a Jets jersey of your choosing, and 2 tickets to Gangrene Beach Club, which is coming up soon, folks. July 11th. Get ready for that. Kelly Maria is the first to enter the Asmaniac raffle. She's in for 1. Thank you, Kelly. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, in the Asmaniac raffle for 1 as well. Let's go.
Jet up. Let's go.
Super chats, cut the line. Kevin says there's still time to give up that 2nd rounder for Tanner McKee. Where's Nick Faria at? He's on vacation this week, so we can't troll him. Otherwise, Nick would be our guest on Friday. Remember the Eagles were going to get a 2nd for Tanner McKee? It was laughable then. It's even more laughable now. Again, if something were to happen to Geno, I don't want the Jets to give up anything of significance. You might say, but Jake, what are they going to do? The season's cooked anyway if they lost Geno. I would try and get Jacoby Brissett or call the Raiders about Kirk Cousins. That's what I would do if something happened with Geno. He's charged of what he's accused of doing, and obviously his availability then becomes a huge question mark. That's what I would do. But we'll see. Jetstream, 1989 in the house. He's in the Asmaniac raffle for 1. Give him a hug, Woody.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Hell yeah. All right, quick PSA. And I've been mentioning this, giving people time to join the Patreon if they want to join us and get a guaranteed spot. We're going to set up the process for people to lock in their spot for our annual Asmaniac group buy game. This year, we're doing Jets and the Dolphins, October 25th. So if you want to join us, the link to secure your spot, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Includes access to the Discord as well. Get in there. We'll have all the info for those of you who want to join us. We'll be in the lower bowl, as we've been the last couple of years we've done this. We also will have a tailgate in L5 before the game. And after the game, you'll be able to go on the field. So because we have about 65 to 70 spots, one of the perks of being a Patreon member is first access to join us if you want to make the trip to MetLife for Jets Dolphins on October 25th. So we're going to do that next week. So you have till the weekend to get in on the Patreon, join the Discord, and when I make the announcement with the link for you to lock in your spot, you'll be able to do so. Again, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. You sign up for the year, you save 15%, and you get 10 weekly raffle tickets. So if you sign up and you do it before our weekly raffle tomorrow, you get 10 entries. So keep that in mind as well. I just got a text from GreenBean that his internet has just completely crashed out. So doesn't look like we're going to have GB on the show. So because of that, I'm just going to show this photo one more time. Everyone bask in the glory of GreenBean in an Asmaniac Speedo. You can see that in person potentially on July 11th at HQ2. So with that, I'm going to open it up to your calls a little bit earlier than expected. Load up your calls to keep the show rolling. We'll do a raffle at the end of the show, assuming we get at least 20 entries for the signed Bart Scott autographed football that Bart was nice enough to sign for the Asmaniacs for me this morning. All right, let's get to a couple calls now. Appreciate everyone who is with us. Let's start it off first today with the Doc Jet fan. Hello, Doc.
Hey, that was nice of you to take my call. I'm sorry about GreenBean. Very hesitant to make this call, and I'll tell you why, because I like to keep it positive. I was watching Jets Collective, which is outstanding, by the way. I really didn't understand Rich's take on the Geno thing, and let me tell you why. We didn't see the whole tape, what happened with the woman, and we're seeing, a rocky picture as somebody's running through a hallway. I'm not going to comment about anything can happen with a relationship. We did see a lot of the tape when he was pulled over by the officer, correct? when he didn't have his license and he had the wrong tag on his car. What concerns me, and I think everybody gets a second chance. I was happy to have Geno back when they signed him. I thought that he's a professional quarterback. I thought, he had a rough go at it the first time with the Jets. Give him a second chance. I don't see a damn thing changed. I mean, you're part of what his salary is, however many millions of dollars, is to be a leader, for the Jets, potentially to mentor a quarterback in 2027. What did you see when you saw the cop pull him over, other than complete arrogance, lack of accountability, etc.? Because I think it's fair to comment about that because we saw the whole tape. That we saw the 5 or 6 minutes. I wouldn't comment on something that we didn't see, but that we saw. Thoughts?
Well, look, I don't think it's a good look for Geno, but I also think there's too many people. I'm not saying you're doing this, Doc. I just have seen this on social media or in the comment sections of videos being like, well, because this video, he was, you could say, rude to the officer, well, that means he's guilty of what he's accused of doing with this woman. And I don't think
not at all.
I don't think the two have anything to do
with
one another. That said, I don't think Geno Smith's the best guy. I don't. Like, there's a lot of videos of him doing things that you could question whether it be like him coaching. Like, I saw some video emerge of him coaching like a charity 7-on-7 flag football game last year where he was like screaming at like the opposing team. Like, just, you don't want your franchise quarterback operating the way Geno at times has conducted himself. That said, the fact that video got out, I think Rich was more like calling the post, buying that, and then posting as like tabloid nonsense, because I'm sure Geno's not the only person that got caught up on a traffic stop and was rude to a police officer that plays in the NFL. Again, not the best optics, but I don't think we can extract like, oh, this video came out, so I think less of Geno as a person, and it wouldn't be a good fit with grown men in that locker room, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's fair, Jake. And like I said, I'm very hesitant to make this call. I don't like to condemn anybody knowing the facts. But look, you know what? The Knicks just gave you a blueprint. Did the Knicks have the best roster in the NBA? Probably not. Probably not. But character certainly goes a long way. It counts in every job. You mentioned, one of the people that you would call, if there's an issue with Geno, you call about Cousins, right? They're not giving up Cousins. They want him to mentor Mendoza. I mean, sure. In a perfect world, if I had gotten my way, the Jets would have been able to draft Mendoza. I would have signed Cousins in 2 seconds. He would have taught him everything he known. He probably would have accelerated his, learning curve in the NFL dramatically. So they're not giving him up for the same reason. I'm not thrilled about having Geno on this team. I hope that doesn't sound judgmental. But there were a couple of statements said on Collective where, well, if he wins, all be forgiven. You know what? Show some character. The Knicks won a championship just doing just that. And again, it sounds, the old man get off my lawn stuff, but I've been around long enough to know that character really does matter. I'm not sure I want Geno around my 27 quarterback, whether that be CJ Carr or Dante Moore.
Well, he's a free agent, though, to be fair. So
Okay.
He might not be. Geno's here for a year, and we'll see after that. I think in a best case scenario, he plays well enough where he can be the bridge next year. Meaning
Right.
Glenn saved his job. You have the same offensive coaching staff. So Frank Reich's here. So you could work with a young quarterback, and that guy doesn't have to play right away, and he could help, be put in a spot where it's like Chad Pennington eventually took over and the team was in place. He didn't have to start right away. I think that's probably the best case scenario. The likely scenario is this team's over-unders 5.5 for a reason. They win 5 games, and it's a brand new coaching staff that's going to want their own bridge, their own Josh McCown type for whoever they draft in 27. And I don't think Geno's here after a year. That's, to me, the more likely scenario than he's here mentoring Arch Manning or CJ Carr or whoever the quarterback is.
I think that's fair. And I think what also is fair with what Rich said, I'll give him this. He said, let it play out over the year. It's a long year. Yep. Let's see exactly what Geno does in that clubhouse over the year. But for God's sakes, can we ever get a break? I mean, can we talk about who they should sign off the free agent scrap heap, whoever's left now, rather than, police reports? And give me a break, man. I'm hoping for the best, Jake.
Amen, Doc. Good call. Totally fair. Let's just hope that he's not charged with anything and he's exonerated, and we can go from there.
Thank you for your time.
Jet up. Let's go.
It's amazing, though. There have been a lot of NFL offseason, I don't want to call Geno's thing an arrest, but like there's been a lot of football players that have gotten in trouble with the law this offseason, right? Terry and Arnold is the most recent one. Yet the one people were the most outraged about, at least some, maybe it's my Twitter algorithm feeding it to me, is Jackson Dart. How dare he introduce the president? How dare he? Meanwhile, like Josh Jacobs is practicing and he's accused of domestic violence. Terry and Arnold, where's the outrage for that? Right? He got robbed, and then rather than report it to the police, he tried to rob back the robbers, and they apparently robbed the wrong people. Threw his whole career away, potentially, facing life in prison. You know, a lot of issues out there, but I digress. A couple of super chats and membership shout outs before we get right back to your calls. The first one is from the Cisco Lopez. All aboard the Knicks Shine train on the way to GreenBean Island, taking all passengers. Well, it's funny how you mentioned Knicks Shine, Cisco, because Knicks Shine are dropping a big-time spend, baby. Oh, my goodness gracious. Money bag shine, they call them.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sunday night, Jets legend Ken O'Brien on the show at 7 p.m. Please head over to my channel to subscribe. Nick is having Ken O'Brien on the show, and he just paid Asmaniac Media Corporation seemingly $50 to advertise such a thing. And Nick Shine is on the line. Nick, Ken O'Brien, hey now.
Jake, I feel like you felt when you interviewed Chad Pennington, right? Chad Pennington's the quarterback of your youth. When you got to talk to him that first time, like the goosebumps, the chills, the nerves, the excitement, that's how I feel. You know, I had Wesley Walker on 2 weeks ago. O'Brien to Walker, that was my first game. The 51-45 Dolphin defeat in overtime, the Wesley walk-off was my first game.
Don't say defeat, the 51-45 Jet
the Dolphins
victory.
Were defeated. The Dolphins defeated. Forget if that came out wrong. I'm focused on Ken O'Brien, Jake. Forgive me. So that was my first Jet game. My grandfather took me a couple weeks before my 8th birthday, and that combination made me a Jet fan. And the fact that 40 years later that I'm talking to them and Wesley and I text often now, I can't believe like the world that is going on right now. But
Ken O'Brien's a great get because he doesn't do a lot of interviews. So it's cool that he'll give you some time. And then his voice is so good. He should be a broadcaster.
I sent you the voicemail. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. It's presidential. It's like that scene in the movie I've been saying where someone's got to give that Independence Day when he gives the speech and he's got to rally the world. Like Ken O'Brien could be the voice of that. So I hope everyone tunes in Sunday night, checks it out, subscribe to the Nick Shine Show if you haven't already. And all right, that's the appetizer. The main course here, look at that shirt. That shirt is a July 11th beach party shirt if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good purchase, Jake.
It could be. I've worn this on the show a couple times, but I wore this at the event we did in Tampa for Jets Bucks at gas bars down in Tampa the day before the game. So it is a perfect summer shirt. There's no doubt. It's from Chubby's, who sponsored the show last year leading into the season, which was great.
Are you going to look like John Candy in Summer Rental? I know, before your time, Rick Kent and others get it. You're going to have like the white lotion on the nose, the bucket hat, you'll be all covered up.
I definitely will have the bucket hat ready to go. That is a must on July 11th.
Nice. I can't wait for that, man. I'm really excited. I'm going down the night before, as you know, so we'll have a good time. Hopefully win some money and carry it over to Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that with Wayne Corbett. A lot of great stuff going on, man. I'm going to be real, Jake. I'm not going to let this drama and this nonsense with Geno get me down right now. There's too much good stuff going on.
It's only nonsense if he's charged. If he's
100%.
Or it's only nonsense, I should say, if he's not charged. It's a real problem if he is charged, because what he's accused of could put him on the sideline for the entire season if he's charged with, domestic violence assault.
Well, here's my take with that. That, in my opinion, that woman went there and filmed everything in a rage bait performance. If there was the video of that happening, that would have been released already. And that's where I'm at with this situation.
I agree. If she said in her video and then in her statement of the 911 call that Gino Smith, quote, beat her ass. If he beat her ass, to quote her, wouldn't there be proof of that?
Yeah.
Right? If Geno Smith at 6'3", who's a professional athlete, quote unquote, beat a woman's ass, would there not be, proof of domestic violence? They'd put him in cuffs immediately if there was any evidence of that. And there wasn't.
Absolutely. So it's unfortunate. You hope that someone who has matured on the field would have matured off the field, but that's a whole other, thing to get into. But I think that this is a lot of smoke here, and I don't think that anything ties back to him with the accusations that were made. Now, they reopened the investigation after it was originally closed, as Rich reported. So, but it goes to show some behaviors, right? Like being a dick to the police for no reason when you fucked up. Everything. Like, Geno's always Geno's problem. Like, and I'm someone who matured later in life, like just this year, for crying out loud. I'm 47. But when I look at Geno, it's like, man, you are multi-million-dollar NFL quarterback. Multiple franchises have trusted you with leading their team. Why can't you get your shit together off the field? Why can't you be decent? Like, it just seems like a fuck the world mentality when it's not necessary. Sorry about the language. That's the only way I can really summarize this. It seems like F everybody, and that ain't gonna work in this generation. Like, even 15 or 10 years ago when he got punched, it didn't work. And now this generation is a lot different. So you gotta be able to grow and develop and adapt to the times. And I don't see Geno doing that off the field. Can he get the chemistry with Reich? Can he get the ball out on time? That's a different discussion. Maybe he can, and maybe just doesn't know how to use his downtime properly. Who knows? And also, the super soaker in the sink in the garage is one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
Where do you keep your firearm? Not in a sink?
Jake, with my mental health, man, be grateful that I don't have one. I've never even tried to get one with this brain.
Well, Nick, good luck with Ken O'Brien, 7 p.m. Sunday night.
Thank you, sir.
Hopefully, Geno Smith will do Ken proud this year, rocking the number 7.
Yeah. And we got a couple good questions. Like I said, Cisco is now the official producer of the show. So shout out to Cisco for coming on board and helping take things to another level. And we got some good things lined up for him. We got some surprises for him, and hoping to have a great discussion. I got a lot of good feedback about the Wesley and Connie interview, and I'm hoping to keep that trend going Sunday. So if you guys have time Sunday night, come check it out live. If not, please check it out afterwards. And let's go Jets, baby.
Yeah.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Give Kenny O a big hug from all of us. Here's the video with Geno I was referencing. I first saw this from Justin48 on X. Shout out to Justin. I think he is coming to Gangrene Beach Club, he said as well. So
that's why they pay me the big bucks. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Getting into some sort of altercation when he was coaching the South Florida Express 7-on-7 team.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
He had to be restrained by security.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. That's why I get paid the big bucks. That's why they bring the big bucks to me.
I think that's Tyrod, by the way. I think that is Tyrod Taylor. Look. Good catch by me, I believe. We know the two of them have a relationship, so it would make sense. Like, the security here had to stop Geno from going over to whoever he was yelling at. Again, I don't want my franchise quarterback acting like this. It could be nothing, but it's a pattern. Just trash talking and all that, but Geno's not here for long. He's here for a year. Again, Seattle won 10 games and still wanted to move on from him. Now, you could say, well, they moved on from him for Sam Darnold and they won the Super Bowl. They did, but think about it. Sam Darnold had one great year in Minnesota and the Vikings moved on from him. And Seattle still was like, we need that guy. They took a risk. It worked. Sam was great, but they were willing to move on from Geno. And then Geno quarterbacked the team that had the number 1 pick in the draft. Wasn't all his fault. Their offensive line was terrible. Chip Kelly was a disgrace. The Raiders were a mess. There's a reason why their entire coaching staff got fired. But the Jets were a mess last year. And while I think they've improved with Frank Reich, it's still Aaron Glenn coaching this team. Last year we talked about all the different scenarios for Justin Fields. Did we ever once consider the worst case scenario that he's just freaking terrible? That was the worst case scenario that happened last year. So I think Geno's better than that. But again, if Geno wasn't the Jet quarterback and this stuff would be coming out, what do you think your Bills fan friends are saying? Or Patriots, Dolphins, Giants? Like, Geno's got a lot to prove. So you have that, and then this was the video of Geno and the police officer during the traffic stop in March. Again, this only came out because the media could smell blood in the water. So the New York Post pays whoever leaked this to them so they could get clicks. But you know what? I know not everyone enjoyed seeing this interaction.
How you doing, sir? License registration, please? Huh? Okay. You have registration for the vehicle? Please. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
Tag of Romeo Bravo Yankee Romeo 75 from back to the green 2024 Lambo out of Navy.
10-4. Quick question: why is this coming back as a Lambo?
I don't know. I probably switched the tag. I got a lot of cars, fam. I probably switched the tag on one of them cars.
All right. Yeah, I just need because it's coming back.
Yeah, but what did I do for you? What did I do? Did I do anything wrong?
The question is, why I'm asking you, the tag.
Yeah, I just told you. I'm just asking you what did I do?
The tag's wrong.
My other car, my Lambo at the house.
I understand, but I need to know the information on this car. That's what I'm asking you.
It's a Rolls Royce. You can look it up.
Well, I mean, the tag's supposed to match the vehicle.
What I'm saying is maybe I made a mistake.
I understand that. Well, what I'm asking you, sir, is the registration for the vehicle to make sure. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. But the tag doesn't belong to this
Right,
vehicle.
and that's what I just told you. Maybe I put the wrong tag.
Yeah, but that's why I'm pulling you over.
Okay, that's
yeah.
what I was asking.
It's called unassigned tag to the vehicle.
But I'm saying, why'd you read my tag? You just wanted to? It's a nice car. You just wanted to?
No. You read anybody's tag.
Right.
Yeah. That's my job. That's my job, sir. Okay. Okay. All right. Sit tight.
Again, the part that people don't like is telling the cop there, do your job better. Like, again, doesn't mean he committed battery or assault, whatever he's accused of, but it's not a good look for Geno. Can we acknowledge that?
All right, sir. You'll be getting 2 citations today. First one's going to be for the unassigned tag. You have a mandatory court appearance on April 2nd at 1:30, and the other one's for not having your driver's license on you. Please drive safe, sir.
Not great. Not great. But again, doesn't mean he committed assault. That's where people go too far with that nonsense. Hey, big shout out to Kelly Maria, who just joined the Patreon. I saw Kelly. That's awesome. Welcome aboard. She gifted a membership earlier as well. Let me shout out Paul Faz, an OG of the show. He gifted 5 channel memberships. Hit it.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Don't leave. Who let the dogs out? Don't leave.
Bart Scott signed football up for grabs at the end of the show. It's authentic. How do I know? I watched Bart sign it for me this morning. So you have to take my word for it. This ball that Bart signed, it doesn't include a certificate of authentication. So you got to take my word for it that Bart actually signed it because I saw him do it. In fact, here's photo proof of it. Dun, dun, dun. Unk with a super chat. Think MetLife will keep the World Cup grass and finally ditch the cursed turf? No, I don't. You can blame the Jets and Giants for not wanting to pay for it. FIFA requires you to have the grass. That's the only reason why they have it. Andrew C., the dream in the raffle for 2. Sam said that he went to San Fran. He got a PhD in football. Yeah, he needed to be coached properly. And then he got a PhD or a Masters or whatever the next thing is after that from probably Kevin O'Connell. And then he got to work with Kubiak in Seattle with a great team around him, an amazing head coach whose defensive schemes are like innovative and like he's like the Shanahan or McVay on the defensive side, Mike McDonald. Again, it's a shame what happened with Sam Darnold, and you hope that Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn, but more importantly, Muji, because I think he's on better footing long-term than Glenn is, will learn from the mistakes that McCagnon and Douglas made. Because you could actually draft the Super Bowl winning quarterback, and you wouldn't know, or you'll zap him of his confidence where he has to go be built back up somewhere else to reach his full potential. But Sam was made of the right stuff. He wanted to win with the Jets. He'll never bash the Jets. This was him on Bussin' with the Boys in an episode that came out a couple of days ago.
Obviously, for Sheed, looking back, he's probably like, dang, I'm so happy I went to Seattle. But like,
yeah,
I think the dream as a player is like you want to stay with the same franchise for your whole career. Maybe not, but at least that's what I was kind of thinking. Was I can, like, even if we were trash in New York, like I wanted to go and make it right. Like I wanted to go, win Super Bowls in New York with the Jets. And like, obviously that didn't happen. It wasn't in the stars for me, but like, that's what I wanted. That was the dream. And so I think there's a little bit of that. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know.
How do you not love Sam? Andrew C. the Dream. In Gino's defense, I mix up my Lamborghini plates with my Mercedes plates also. Classic mix-up, right? I mean, if you think about it, it is kind of funny. He's like, I got a lot of cars, man. We're talking about like a Rolls Royce, a Lamborghini. It's good to be Geno Smith. He's made a lot of moolah in his career.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
Big fella says Geno getting more coverage than Terry and Arnold. He's getting more coverage on a Jet show and in the Jet universe. Terry and Arnold's a big story, though. We even talked about it on radio today. Again, what he did, what he is accused of, right? Far worse than where things stand with Geno right now. I mean, go read it. Go read the police report. All right, back to your calls. Again, we were supposed to have GreenBean on. Apologies. His internet crapped out, so we're going to work on a different time for GB to be a part of the show. But that's why I need the Asmaniacs to come through. More of your calls before we get to the raffle for the Bart Scott signed football. Hit it.
He's the brother man, Kansas dude who loves the Jets. He's the brother man, can't be more polite and chat. He's the brother man, they call him Derek, and he's totally cool. He's the brother man, he's Derek, the Kansas Jets fan.
Hey, Jake.
What's up, Derek?
Not much, brother. Man, I hadn't seen some of those videos that you was just showing. Most officers, they just want you to be compliant. You can get in and out. I don't know if he has like this superiority complex because he's an NFL quarterback that he thinks that he can talk to police officers like that. It's tough, man. It's just a bad look. 1 year, I hope we can just catch a break and we just won't have to worry about any of this nonsense in the off season. Ultimately, I think Geno's going to be playing week 1. I'm right there with you, but it's tough to look at, man. I really expected a lot better. I feel like I'm one of the most optimistic Jets fans that I know, this community, other communities, and that zapped a lot of my energy out and of my optimism just coming into this upcoming season. And it's really unfortunate to have to be in this position to where like we need Geno Smith, man. Like we need him so bad. I'd be okay with the Cooper Rush thing. I'm gonna try and just be optimistic, and I hope this blows over. But all these videos of this coming out and it's just damning his character, and it really bums me out. But it's like Nick Shine said, like everybody does dumb stuff when they're young. I know Geno's still fairly young. I just hope we can get through this and everything will be okay. So I'm gonna try my best to be optimistic about the upcoming season in this Geno situation. Because I guess that's just kind of how I'm wired. How was your conversation with Bart Scott? I was at work today. I was kind of busy this morning. I didn't get to see it, but I'm going to rewatch it.
Yeah, it was fun, man. He does get up on Friday, so the first 40 minutes or so of the show was me solo reacting to the Mets firing their manager. And then Bart came, and we had Tim Kirchin on, and it was a good show, man. We did a little Jets talk sprinkled in there, a little little trip down memory lane of the 2010 Jet for those who will enjoy that conversation.
Heck yeah, that's cool, man. I might check it out after the show. All right, well, I'm going to keep the optimism going. Thanks so much for the time, Jake. Love you. Love all the Asmaniacs out there. I'm going to try and be optimistic for the upcoming season. Hopefully we can put this Geno stuff behind us and go win some ball games. Jets, Jets. Love you all. Thanks for the time, Jake.
Derek, good call, man. And again, let's just hope Geno's exonerated and he could have a good season. That's it. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, a membership explosion was happening. I'm seeing here during that call from Derek. How about Devin dropping a 20 spot for the people? Are you kidding me? Let's go.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Oh, they're getting nuts. Hit it, Dream.
Jets. Jets. All right, let's go.
Louder. Let's go. Jets. Let's go. Time to put on my Mekhi Becton game-worn helmet. It is time, baby. It fits like a glove. Here we go. 20 names to read off. But wait, do I see 5 more chili plays? Gifting 5. Hit it, Ed. Yeah, buddy. All right, here we go. I got 25 names to read off here. Here's what I want to do as well. Listener appreciation. If you're watching a Jet show in late June, you deserve more than just one prize today. Jets jersey, Legends player of your choice is prize 2. So sign Bart Scott football that Bart signed for me after we got off the radio today. That's prize 1. You'll have a second prize as well. It is a Jets jersey. You pick the player that you want. Your choices are Joe Namath, Joe Klecko, Curtis Martin, Wayne Corbett, Darrell Revis, Nick Mangold, or Keyshawn Johnson. So you could pick any of those if you are the second place winner, or if you're the first place winner and you're in the chat when you win and you prefer the jersey to the football, we'll make that happen as well. So 2 prizes today because you guys are great for supporting the show. We were supposed to have a guest. That wasn't going to happen. So thanks everyone for making this feasible. But let me get to the names here. Here we go. 25 of them. G Daddy. Options Anonymous. James Fitzpatrick. Marcus Burke. Ford Omatic. Cap Hammy. Big Dog, J-Lag, 614 Buds, Chris NJ, Mr. Finisher, Johnny J, Maddie K, Seth Evans, Cynthia, the Knicks are world champions, W, Texas Jet fan, Chris BNY, what's up, Chris? Maddie Burns, Chad Milner, Alan has gonorrhea, Andrew Kemp, Tony Schnitzel, Chris Grant, Chico Andretti, Michael Pialuthme. That might have been 25. That was 25. Hell to the yeah. Let's go. Give it up for everyone who continues to support the show.
Jets, Jets.
Let's go. More of your calls coming up shortly. Let me check the chat here. Let's see. Mickey with a super chat. He says, if Geno stinks this year, I don't think we can let Mood draft a QB. Choosing Fields than Geno to be starters with no competition is crazy, in my opinion. Well, I think it depends on what it looks like with Geno. If he's Fields bad, then there's some credence to that. If Geno's suspended and he's not available, I don't know if you put that against Muji. But Muji's not completely exonerated if Geno's just got all. I don't think he will be. I don't think anyone could be worse than Fields. Fields was way more of a Glenn decision. Glenn told you that. He said, he said I when referring to signing Fields. He said he was tough to game plan against, and we're going to let him play quarter. Muji can get some blame for that. If you want to put it on him, fine. But it is clear that was way more of an Aaron Glenn decision with anyone with a brain can acknowledge than Muji. But Muji's not blameless. That's fair. Also, Mike D's Nuts had a procedure, I was told, and is out of the hospital and in recovery. So big fella super chat here goes out to Mike D's Nuts. Wishing Mike all the best. Ozzy gifted a membership. Shout out to Ozzy Fullers. Ozzy, thank you. You're in for one. Derek, who had a great call just before, he gifted a membership. This is for the both of them. Hit it, Woody.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
All right, keep it rolling here. Windy City Jet fan. Windy, your question about Cooper Rush inspired part of our opening monologue today. So thank you for watching the Jets Collective. And Windy City Jet fan is in the Asmaniac raffle for 5 entries. Let's go.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks.
Oh, my goodness. Do you guys see what I see? Is that a Cisco Lopez bomb? It is. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Mike Brown. Yeah. Yeah, Cisco, this is for you.
Sometime I do super chat. Sometime I do give membership. But all the time I love the Jake Asman show. They call me Cisco Lopez.
10 memberships from Cisco. How about 10 more? This is crazy. You guys are the greatest. 10 more from Jetstream. Hit it, Shine.
I was obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. 7 days a week, has a hernia tweet. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to critique what I read in Newsweek. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to take a peek at his manly physique. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Time to take a leak and play hide and go seek.
Hey now, it is raining channel memberships. Let's go. All right, I got some names to read off here. We had 10 from Cisco. We had 10 from Jetstream. We had 5 from Windy City. So here we go. 25 more names just became channel members. What should our next Asmaniac emoji be if we hit a new channel member threshold to add another one? JNSR, Hello 92, Rick Fisher, Splitport, Raw Power, Skittledale, Radamac, Alan, You Have Gonorrhea, Lone Star Jedi, Cal Tumar, Reptar Mike, Frankie V's Awful Haircut, Charles H22, Mr. C 1064, Justin Giacomo. Here's more. Sushi Dave, Annika J, Jonathan Bucknar, Iron Will, Bubba's Cool, Dylan G 88, all receiving a gifted membership from either Cisco, Jetstream, or Windy City Jet Fan. Again, you guys are the best. Thanks for watching the show. Let's go.
Jet up. Let's go.
All right. Super chat from the doc. He's in the raffle for 2. He says, in honor of Nick Shine's newfound maturity at 47, go Jets, go Jake Asman Show.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks.
That's for you, Doc. World champion, New York Knicks. All right, let's get to more of your calls now. Appreciate everyone who's part of our program today. Let's say hello. Up next on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline to a dynamic duo that we call Peg and Arty. Now, I'm stalling here because I thought I had their intro loaded. And you know what? I do. Hit it.
You want to go do some role playing?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, dickwad.
It's time to party. Peg and Arty. We're gonna party. Peg and Arty. Jets fans will party with Peg and Arty.
Hey, Peg. Nobody gives a shit that you all stink. Listen, bitch. Pay your fucking taxes, man.
This really wasn't what I expected.
Eat a bag of dicks.
It's time to party. Peg and Arty. With Peg and Arty. We're gonna party with Peg and Arty.
What's up, Jake? Asmaniacs, how's everybody today?
Peg, Arty, how we doing?
Good.
We are doing good.
I tried to call in the other day from work, Jake. I forgot what the topic was, but I wanted to hit them, but my internet was shit at work. So anyway, Peg had some insight about Gino as a woman she wanted to share.
Go ahead, Peg.
Okay, well, first of all, also, I have a background in law enforcement like Joe does. I listened to Joe the other day. I agreed with everything he said. First off, I want to see video. I want to see pictures of bruising. I want to see where she's injured. You can't prove that. And why wasn't, if this really went down the way she says, she got her ass beat, somebody would have been arrested. I'm sorry. That's
Agreed.
just the way the domestic laws throughout the states are usually, if you can't find who the main, how do I want to phrase it? The person who did the crime.
Perpetrator.
The perpetrator. Thank you. Thank you. See, he's been around a while. If you don't, then you know what? You can arrest them as cross combatants. I did that up in New York when I was a New York City cop. If I couldn't decide who did it because I show up, they're both black and blue, both bloody, guess what? You both go. And that's just, some states are different. Florida down here, they're supposed to try their best to determine who the main culprit is. And if they can't do that, then personally, I think either she's being put up to it But let's look at him. When he was on the Raiders, we didn't hear anything bad. When he was on the Seahawks, it's only when he plays for the Jets he gets his name is crap, So I don't personally buy it, and that's my 2 cents.
I think that's totally fair, and I thought for those who missed it, Joe Blowett, who is a cop, and Dark Knight Steve, who's been in law enforcement in Florida for 25 years. They were on together. We isolated it as a separate video on the channel. Check that out if you want more of a breakdown. But I think, Peg, you're spot on. And ultimately, my feeling on it is that Geno is going to be exonerated from this. That's just my initial feel.
It probably is, Jake. And realistically, Geno's a one-and-done type quarterback for us anyway.
Yep.
I'm not expecting anything really great from him this year. I'm just hoping he can help right the ship and get everything else in order, even if he's not in order, for our next quarterback. I think that's really the goal. Whether it's Klubnik, who may has a chance to develop, or, we draft somebody next year, which is most likely the scenario. I think that's what the game plan was all along. I'm kind of glad the Salisbury thing is put away for now. And we don't have to deal with that. It's kind of ridiculous that they were even in the hunt for him. So anyway, that's all we wanted to share, brother. I just wanted to say hello. I wanted to wish Mike These Nuts a speedy recovery. He was the original OG that brought us into this show. His generosity back then was like Cisco and Mimosa and these other generous Asmaniacs are now. He was the original one, and he's a great guy. Met him, and we wish him well.
Love it. Peg, Arty, you guys are the best. Have a great weekend, all right?
You too.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Oh, yeah. We're getting nuts. Hey, a couple more memberships came through there. Major Poonage. We call him around here the Poon Man. He's in for 5. Cisco Lopez says these are for Beast. Beast in the raffle for 4 from Cisco. Beast, what do we...
El Cisco, the man Cisco, el muchos más porque era el arriba de México, el uno cejo.
How about thank you, Cisco?
I feel good. I've never done that before in a long time like that. You know who I got that from? Andres Cantor. And
how about thank you, Cisco?
To El Cisco, el mucho.
In English. In English.
Gracias, amigo. Gracias, amigo. El Cisco.
In English. He speaks English, as do you.
Thank you, Cisco.
What was that?
Thank you, Cisco. We're
hey! Yeah. He did it, folks.
Just leave a message. Just leave a message. Thank you.
See, he says thank you there. Good job, Beast. Danger Zone says the legendary Jake Asman. Shout out to Danger Zone. You going live tonight, Dano? Chris B says, on behalf of me, possibly put Beast in the raffle. Sorry, expect Mason to break out. Rank utilizing him in the red zone, coupled with contested catch rate. Chris B, this doesn't exactly put Beast in the raffle, but if you want me to do it, I'll make it happen. I'm going to get the membership, and Beast will get one entry in the raffle from you and me. As far as Mason Taylor goes, I think he's going to be on the field a lot with Sadiq. And we need both those guys to have big years for this passing attack to reach its full potential. Papa Jet just got a membership from yours truly. Papa, you're the man.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks.
Team Curry in for 2. Jake, your homework for this weekend is to watch Training Day with the great Denzel Washington. Good show today with Bart. Bobby, hashtag. Okay, I didn't have time to pull that call, Team Curry, but thanks for listening. So Bobby Midnight calls in. He's on hold for like an hour and a half. And he gets on, and he starts going nuts how much he loves Bart Scott. And then he goes, Jake, you're great. They got to get rid of the bald guy. And Bart was like, whoa, you can't talk about firing my guy. And then that was the end of Bobby's call. It was quite funny. I didn't get a chance to download it and play it, but I will get it for the show if I do one tomorrow for the Raffle show or early next week. It was very funny. And I have never seen Training Day. I like Denzel Washington, but yes, I'll have to watch Training Day. Bart, couldn't believe I'd never seen it. Hand up. I know it's a great movie. It's on TV a lot. I just haven't seen it start to finish. Kevin with a super chat here. We're going to get back to your call shortly, so stand by if you're on hold. Off topic, but what do you make of all these second apron talk? About an hour worth of it this morning, Kevin, if you want more of it. But my thought on this is that my thought on the Knicks second apron stuff is this. If they don't want to sign Mitchell Robinson because it's about the second apron, then that's bad. If Leon's like, we want him, and Dolan won't let us spend to keep him, that's bad. If their thought process was, we do not under any circumstance want to pay Mitchell Robinson 15 or 20 million, we don't think he's worth that. I understand it, assuming they're still going to be able to go out there and keep Landry Shamet, for example, Jose Alvarado. Because I don't buy that, Dolan, who will spend money on anything, guys who don't work for him, Phil Jackson, Fizdale, extend Thibodeau before the start of last season, only to fire him after they reach the conference finals. I don't think it's about money. I think it's about the penalties that come with the apron, but not in the first year. If you're in the apron for 2 straight years or 3 times out of 4, that's where it could be costly and it could affect your team building approach. But I'm still not convinced that they're going to avoid it altogether. Again, they just want a championship. You want to keep that team together. But maybe they just don't think Mitch is worth it. I love him, longest tenure Nick, but he's a limited player. He can't play back-to-backs. He's not going to play a lot of games in the regular season. He's always hurt. I'm sure people in the front office were thrilled that his finals availability came into question. Right? I mean, he broke part of his hand. It would have been a bigger deal if the Knicks lost the championship. It's forgotten, and Mitch's final play as a Knick could have been him grabbing a huge offensive rebound to basically clinch that game. And if that's the way it goes out, so be it. But I would understand the Knicks thinking if that's why they didn't want to go into the apron. They don't think Mitch is worth it. But letting him and Shamet go because you won't go into the second apron, that's where I think, what are you doing? That doesn't make sense to me. All right. More of your calls right now. Appreciate everyone who's tuned into the show today. Is that Dom C I see on hold? Dom, are you there? The Dom C coming to Gangrene Beach Club on July 11th. Dom? Dom is not there. Speaking of Gangrene Beach Club, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the man making it happen for all of us is on the line.
He's throwing parties for Jets fans. See him shouting at Knicks games. This guy's getting that beast, his hot water. 69 so many times he's lost count. No surrender, he's never leaving early. J-E-T-S, Lou B.
That intro is crazy. That intro is crazy.
All time.
What's up, Jake?
Hey, Lou.
How are you?
I'm great, man.
We're in quarterback hell, Jake. We're in quarterback hell.
We've been in quarterback hell. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed.
But this year, things were starting to look good after the draft.
But were they? You're an optimist, and I told you this every time. You're talking to me at the parade. You're like, I have a good feeling about the Jets, and I'm like, just enjoy today. Like, what has really changed? Geno Smith is a 35, soon to be 36-year-old who's thrown 32 interceptions the last 2 years. Is he capable of being a lot better than anything we saw on the field last year for the Jets? Without a doubt. Can Geno maybe tap into still being a solid quarterback? I think there's a chance of it, but I don't think anything's changed at this point.
Okay, I think our wide receiver room is serious. Between Hall and all the backfield that can catch, I think we have great receivers. I think we have a great tight end room. So to me, that's a big change. I think our offensive line is really good. Not the best, but really good. Myers, I do not believe in. I think our defensive strategy in free agency is to stop the run. And now with Geno, the plan was to throw the ball. But Geno's a ticking time bomb. Cade's back is a ticking time bomb. Zappe starting the last 3 games is a ticking time bomb. And Cook getting cut is a ticking time bomb. So that's where I'm really worried about with This Geno shit is driving me crazy because I just wanted to go into the season knowing that we would have a guy that would at least throw the fucking ball. Just throw.
But nothing's changed yet. Like to your point on like Geno, like he hasn't been charged with anything.
No, it is stressful. And then look, he definitely has a hot temper. I mean, that is no question about that. We can't even question that. I just hope that, TMZ's on his ass right now, which is a little bit scary, right? So when they're hunting you, and they're hunting him now, so they're probably paying for Geno Smith stories, which is crazy to think about that. But I think the team is looking good. I think that Muji is the answer for us. We just saw the Knicks do it. The Knicks are very different than the Jets, but the GM is very important, and I believe in Darren Muji. I think all the moves, all the trades, all the capital, all the extra money we have next year, 3 first-round picks. I mean, not repeating anything that anyone doesn't know, but the Jets have a much better team than they did last year. They at least have leaders. Dunbar, Dave. I mean, I'm very, very happy with the players that we have. That's what changed.
Yeah, the roster's improved, but the biggest thing in football is quarterback and head coach. And even before the Geno, alleged battery, there were questions with him. And there's major questions with the head coach. He's the worst head coach in the NFL till he proves otherwise.
But what he did was pretty smart by putting these other people around him. Frank, think about AG handling the offense compared to a guy like Frank that has experience. It's night and day. Think about DeMario and Dunbar being in the defensive strategy now and Minker in the back there. They're not going to AG's not going to just be able to make mistakes without these guys seeing it. I think they have enough of minds, and it's not that AG doesn't know anything. He just isn't very good at being a head coach. I think that he has a lot of smart people around him.
Maybe you can't win if your head coach is not able to handle the responsibility. He's now adding responsibilities of being a play caller and still having to manage the clock and the timeouts and be able to adjust a game plan on the fly if something's not working. Like, you either have it or you don't. And there's no evidence that he has it to this point. He needs to be remarkably better for this team to be average this year.
Yeah, I just think he's a semi-head coach right now. He's not like a full head coach. I think there's a lot of help there. And the clock management stuff scares me because ever since the Denver game last year, I was like, wow, this guy can never get us to the promised land making calls like this. But hopefully they brought somebody in that can help with clock management stuff.
Well, he had that last year, though. And it's still,
I know that guy needs to get fired because that guy must suck.
Or it's just like, just Glenn not listen to him. Or like, you can have guys giving you advice, but like at the end of the day, it's like you're in the arena. Like you're the one who has to make the decision. Like people get tight in the big moments. Like, and the ones who don't can handle it. Like what makes Jalen Brunson an immortal is that his game is at his best when it's on the line in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that. But I do think we have a better team. I think he surrounded himself with smarter guys. And I think that we are going to be a decent team. But I just wanted to see them throw the fucking ball. That's it. I mean, I'm so on the page of just throw the ball and let these guys try to catch it. And I think we have guys that can catch. I think our wide receiver room is great, to be honest with you. If AD shines, what more can you ask?
Great, strong. It's very unproven. I think it could be pretty good. I like it. I think there's a lot of potential there. But here's the problem we do as Jet fans. We overrate our own players. Great.
True.
AD Mitchell's played 8 games as a Jet and he had 23 catches. Like, I don't know if he's great yet. I like Omar Cooper. I like Sadiq and Mason Taylor if you're going to count the tight end room. Garrett's Garrett, but I don't know if we can't say it's great. I won't go there.
Well, you have a lot of first-round picks there, right? G5, Hall catches. He's a first-rounder. Omar, first-rounder. Mason,
Brees was second, but yeah, I mean, Brees was a high pick. Right. Mitchell was a second-rounder. No, there's definitely talent there. You want to tell me it's a super talented room? I agree with you. It's way better than last year.
And I really just wanted to see this team with someone throw because we couldn't evaluate anything last year, so we still really don't know what we have. And that's why I just wanted someone, whether he was going to throw picks or not, just throw the ball. And look, we do have Geno right now. I just hope that this thing doesn't get bigger. I just see more videos coming out. It's probably wake up in the morning. We left the Knick parade and it was like they had this thing queuing ready for Jet fans. Like they released it, right?
Well, don't worry. The Jet fans are gathering at HQ2 on July 11th, Lou.
That's right. And it's getting better, this party. There's a lot of tickets sold right now. And there's just a bunch of different great things going. I just hope everyone comes And it's going to be special. Like I said, you don't have to stay in Atlantic City. You can shoot out there during the day and shoot out. We open from 12 to 6. Just make sure no one drinks and drive who's ever driving home. And that's it. All these great. We have a big section for all the Jet fans. We're going to have a wristband so that everyone could go into that specific area. We're going to do our chants. We have a lot of dancers, some cheerleaders. I got a bunch of shenanigans we're planning for this day. So tickets have been really moving recently, like fast. So
2 weeks, man. 2 weeks from tomorrow, it's coming.
Yeah, and as far as the Knicks, I wouldn't even change the bathroom attendant if I was them. I would be making, if I'm Dolan, I'm saying every single person that was here working is working again. I don't even want nobody leaves. No, I don't care what they have to do. It was chemistry. It was obvious. It was chemistry. They're going to bring one fucking player to change one. They get rid of one guy, and that doesn't happen. Just one guy. Please keep everyone. I want to see the same ticket taker, the same bathroom attendant, same guy selling hot dogs. Please, everyone, just come back. Let's give it one more shot. Because what we experienced, Jake, was magic that I will never forget. That was insane.
Until the Jets go 9-8, and we have a ticker tape parade to celebrate the end of the playoffs.
That'll be another story. And we're ready for that. I'm already planning.
Yeah.
You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you guys.
Lou B, the man behind Gangrene Beach Club. Hit it.
He's throwing parties for Jets fans. You see him shouting at Knicks games. This guy's getting that beast his hot water. 59 so many times he's lost count. No surrender, he's never leaving early. Jets, Lou B.
Let's go. Gangrene Beach Club. First time we've ever done it. Lou's the one who made it happen. Believe me, $25. You get to hang out with Wayne Corbett and your favorite Jet content creators, reporters, super fans. It's going to be well worth it. Can't wait. Super chat from the dream. I'm with Lou. TMZ is hunting. How about after that crazy video Sunday, the post immediately drops a months old Geno video. The Sharks are circling. Yeah, the problem is Geno's giving them things to circle with. But yeah, 100%. I mean, Geno better be on his best behavior. There's probably a camera crew stationed near his home. That's how this works. He's a New York quarterback. He knows. He played in this market. I'm not breaking any news here. Dom C is called back in. He will be at Gangrene Beach Club. Hello, Dom.
What up, Jake? How are you, buddy?
Oh, Dom, I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been on the road today and listening to the show. I got some time, so I figured why not call in while I'm driving.
Have you started breaking down draft prospects for 27 yet, Dom?
So, yes, I have, but I always take May and June off. I kind of just separate, and I don't go into some of this crazy summer scouting that some of these guys do. I'll get involved in it, but I started watching, just getting my head wrapped around some guys that I didn't fully watch last year. Like Julian Sayin, the quarterback from Ohio State, was the first guy I really dove into for this 2027 class. So it'll come slow. Not my favorite.
That's what I've heard. Everyone was hyping him up, and then the people that started doing the work on him were like, I don't know what people are seeing with him. I don't see it.
Well, you know what you're seeing? You're seeing a guy who knows how to distribute the ball to arguably some of the best offensive weapons that a college football team has had. I mean, you have Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, running all over the place.
Real quick, just breaking Nick news I missed. Jose Alvarado re-signed on a new deal with the Knicks. 3-year deal, $14+ million. Great deal. Glad that he's back.
Big news. Me too. Me too. Mitch is gone, more than likely. I don't know. I understand how everyone wants to keep the band back together. You have this window, keep it going, but I don't know.
I understand if they don't want to pay Mitch because a team's going to offer him $20 million. I get why they should be.
I've heard that 3 teams are north of $25 million. You can't pay a guy who
if
can't.
You saw a tweet from Robert Randolph saying that. Don't believe it because he just comes up. CP the franchise jokes that he's Sergeant Sources because he just makes things up.
Oh man. So yeah, listen. I really wish again nitpicking here because it's hard to it's hard to pick apart what Leon Rose has done over the past couple seasons, but I really wish they came out of the draft with a rim protector one way or another, whether it's through drafting one or making a trade for one. And then I think it would have eased the transition from Mitch to whomever. But that wasn't the case, so they're going to have to make do. They're going to have to figure it out. Maybe it ends up like you get involved in a deal for a relatively cost, effective guy like, DeAndre Ayton, or you go and sign like an Andre Drummond or something like that, will help and will kind of level off on the rebound in both offensive, defensive, but he's not nearly the rim protector that Mitch Robinson is.
I agree. We'll see. I think they could still keep Shamet potentially, and they could figure out a way to get a big center. Maybe it's DeAndre Ayton or someone on the buyout market.
Yeah. Maybe they shop Deuce. I don't know. I don't know if I like that idea either. But there's call it what it is. Deuce is probably not going to see a starting role with this crew as is, and by the time he gets his chance, he might be past that prime. So similar to what they did with IQ, maybe you just, see what you can get, sell high if you can, and fill those other holes while you stay under the second apron.
Yep, I agree with that. How are you feeling about the New York Jets? Are you somewhat optimistic? Are you pessimistic? Your thoughts on where we're at with this team going into camp?
I mean, listen, I'm always a little bit more optimistic than most. But I am not, I'm not on Team Aaron Glenn. So I love the construct of the roster. I think they put some veterans on a really young team, which is always good to see. They put some good players, and I think this draft, especially, you're going to get some talent. You got some talented players that I think can, really affect the game and the future over the next couple of years. Do we have the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land, though? And that's still the $1 million question, because you can put the best roster on the team. If coach can't coach, you're probably not going anywhere.
That's what I think people don't want to acknowledge. It's like, yes, the roster's better, but there's still a glaring question mark at really the two most important parts of the team, the quarterback, of course, and the head coach.
Yeah, I don't even know about the quarterback as much. Like, we've been starved over the past 10 years for offense. We've just been awful. And I think that's going to improve. I think the quarterback position is drastically improved from Justin Fields to Geno Smith. But he's not the future. And he's not the long-term answer. So you got to find the long-term answer, whether it be you're drafting one next year, or whether it be you're signing a guy like I'm, shooting off the hip. You sign a guy like Brigger for sure, 2-3 years to bridge.
Oh,
as
no,
far as
Dom.
the coaching case.
Good call, Dom. We got most of that, but the last 30 seconds, it was going in and out. I think the roster's dramatically improved. To Dom's point, we've talked about it. Can Frank Reich still give you a Chan Gailey 2015-like season? Does he still have enough in the tank? The veteran quarterback that year was Fitzpatrick, who took over, ironically, for Geno, to orchestrate some semblance of a competent offense. Because there's players here. Going to get right back to your calls shortly. 2 raffle prizes today. For those who tuned in late, Colin Wolford's in for both of them. Signed Bart Scott football. I'm holding it in my hands. It does not include a certificate of authentication, but you have to take my word for it. I watched the man sign it this morning. So that is the prize up for grabs, and a Jets jersey, Jets Legends jersey. You pick the player you want of the options. Name it Klecko, Revis, Mangold, Keyshawn, so on and so forth. But big shout out to Colin Wolford. He's an OG, and he's in the raffle for 10. Here's who got the memberships. Kendricals, Ant Banks, Tenacious 7, The Big Lubinsky, Matt Dawkins, Rig Bauer, APD, Bobby O'Brien, Taking Carpet Monster, and the Crash Jet Fan, all receiving a membership there from Colin Wolford. Colin, thank you. Let's go. All right, right back to your outstanding calls. Bob Up and Down is next. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Jake, I'll make it quick. 3 years from now, we're going to be debating whether or not to pick up David Bailey's fifth-year option. And Ty Simpson's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in football, but hey, we need a linebacker that year. So I'll look out. Who needs quarterback after all?
Hey, Bob, do me a favor and call back because you sound like a robot. All I heard was something about David Bailey's fifth-year option and Ty Simpson is going to be the best quarterback. But that was a tough one. Couldn't make out all of it. His voice kind of reminded me of like Paul Faz's voice, but on steroids. What do you think of that, Paul?
I don't know. It may have been worse than mine. Sure sounded like. What's going on, bro?
What's up, Paul? How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Yeah, I think back and I'm like, I think personally Minnesota screwed up worse than the Jets. I mean, you had a shot to sign him up and you chose to let him go and go with a rookie, and look where it got you. So I don't know who was worse. I mean, the Jets screwed up Sam Darnold, but we knew we kind of had to move on from him. But to me, Minnesota's got to be shaking their head. No? I mean,
yeah,
why'd they get rid of him? Makes no sense to me.
100%. I think the Jets situation is just cruel because the organization failed the player. Minnesota had the infrastructure in place and the quarterback, and because they just needed to see J.J. McCarthy work out, they moved on from a guy who ended up winning a Super Bowl a year later. The Vikings look way worse.
Yeah,
I do agree.
It's crazy. I mean, they have to be kicking themselves in the ass. They could have signed him to a 5-year deal, and your quarterback scenario is done for the next 5 years or more, right? So
yeah, you
I
could
don't
have
know.
just traded McCarthy when his value was still. You wouldn't get maybe a first for him, but you could have got a second. The Jets got a 2 and a 4 when they traded Darnold, and he had played a couple of years. McCarthy was a complete unknown. He was a top 10 pick. You could have got a second rounder for him if they dealt him
Easily. I think they chose the cheap way out to take a chance, and shame on them. I mean, I wish we had that. I wish we had that freaking opportunity, you know, but of course we don't. We're the ones that screwed up Darnold. But you know, and Aaron Glenn, you know what? I'm glad he's got a second year, because I got to be honest. I look back at last year, and it was a train wreck of a team. I really do believe a lot of those players we have were pretty soft, and I think his head was spinning every game on all the F-ups and stuff that was going on. It had to be hard for him to concentrate too, you know. So I think him getting a second chance is fair now that I look back. And you know what? We're going to see what he's got this year. I mean, no one can deny we had drastic improvement, in my opinion. I mean, this team really can be a 9-8 team, and it could flounder, right? And a lot of it, taking injuries out, right? A lot of it is going to be on the coaching, because I just feel like they did the right thing, and they got players in here that are going to play ball this year and not, you know, just weep and cry when they're down by a touchdown with a half a game left, like the last squad we had. So I'm glad he's getting a second chance. I don't think he's going to light it on fire his second year, but I do think we're going to see improvement. But I think there's going to be a couple questionables, and then we're going to have to decide for year 3. But I could, you know, I'm more optimistic this year than I've been, just because I really think they did a good job of bringing the right staff in, and I can honestly say, I mean, when's the last time we can honestly say we had a really good offensive coordinator? I mean, I can't think of one in a very long time, right? I think Frank Reich is definitely going to do better than half of what we've had over the past 8 years plus. And, you know, Aaron Glenn's going to be calling the shots on defense, so we get to see if he really is as good as he says. But, you know, if the defense fails, then we know it's on Glenn, right?
Well,
but
it
he
makes
at
it
least
easy
has
to evaluate him this year. Like, again,
Yeah.
no one's saying they have to make the playoffs, but if the defense is still not good They look ill-prepared. It's easy to say, I don't care if you didn't get your chance at your quarterback. You don't deserve the opportunity because good coaching, you know what it looks like. Mike Tomlin was able to win every year without having great quarterbacks the last 6-7 years without Big Ben, and he still found a way. Like Kevin O'Connell won 8 or 9 games last year with a horrible quarterback situation. Like good coaching, you figure it out. You look like a real team. The Jets didn't look like a real team last year.
Yeah, and I just think he did get inherited a lot of crap, but he did make some bad coaching decisions, and he got another year at it. And I'm not saying he's going to do well, but I think with what we have on paper, if everyone stays healthy and we actually have good coaching, yeah, we could actually shock a lot of teams. And I definitely think we're going to be in a lot of these games this year if we get the competent coaching. So I am looking forward to it. And worst thing he does, he craps the bed. We'll get somebody to coach us next year. So, and the Geno Smith thing, I ain't gonna lie, it does annoy me. It's like all the money you have and everything, and yet you don't realize some of the dumb shit you're doing. Like but you know what? At the end of the day, just don't do anything that dumb. Stay on the field and give us a good year for once. I'm just asking to see something good on. For once, it's been so many years, and I just want to see some competent offense, and let's stay in some games. And like you said, he's short term anyway. I just pray to God that we can actually, I tell you, the whole Sorsby thing, I'm like Tierney, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, get anybody, get everybody. I don't care. Hire 6 quarterbacks, because I just. Why do we all love Chad Pennington? Because he was a solid dude. Like, if it wasn't for injuries.
Chad. Happy birthday,
yeah,
Chad
happy birthday, Chad.
But
how'd you not love him? I mean, we knew he was a damn good quarterback. We were very happy with him. He got hurt. It shortened his career, right? But since him, we've had nobody. And we've had a 1-hit wonder and maybe a 2-hit wonder here and there. I just want a quarterback that I could say is my quarterback and be happy.
I got you, Paul. But here's the thing, right? Like, great call as always, my man. You can't force it. Like Sorsby, I don't think was going to be a Jet, and now it's out of the Jets' hands. So let's hope Geno can give him a competent year, evaluate the team, and they're set up to, because it's not just getting the quarterback. They had the quarterback. They had Sam Darnold. He won a Super Bowl. They failed him. It's coach and quarterback. Sam Darnold's coaches were Todd Bowles and Adam Gase. You're not winning. And Bowles has turned out to be an okay coach, but he was a defensive coach. Sam didn't turn it around until Shanahan and O'Connell worked with him. And then Kubiak and that offense in Seattle. So I understand Paul's passion for getting a quarterback and BT talking about. I get why they feel that way. But I don't think it'd be Sorsby in New York with Aaron Glenn as his coach, coaching for his job this year. It sucks to say wait one more year, but you can't force it. That's where we're at. Jet fans will support the process if we think that the team's being run properly. Like, the Knicks didn't just get good in 1 year after they hired Leon Rose. Like, it took a couple of years. They made the playoffs that first year. They took a step back the second year. Then they added Jalen Brunson. The rest is history. Like, you got to build a winning culture. You got to get the right coach in here. Even if it's not, the guy they hire, if Glenn doesn't work out, that could get him to the Super Bowl. Like, maybe that's the Tom Thibodeau figure that raises their floor. Mike Tomlin, I think, is a great example of someone that could do that. Like, that's kind of what we're talking about here. Or maybe it can be Glenn. I hope it is. It'd be a lot easier if it is, but I wouldn't count on it. I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. He was awful last year. And we try to be positive, and we can be, but I'm not going to forget what we watched last year. And don't tell me it was just Brady Cook in the last 5 games. They started 0-7. That doesn't happen. Here's positivity. Geno Smith, he'll throw for more than 199.5 yards week 1. Cam Ward will throw less than 189.5 passing yards in week 1. And I'm going to take $20 and turn it into 60 over at PrizePicks. Code HMA, $5 gets you $50 to play around with. If you're a first-time user, click the link in the description to download the app. Check it out. Yankees, Red Sox tonight. The Mets with Andy Green taking on the Phillies, so you can get some PrizePicks selections for any baseball matchup you want. Mix and match. Any sport, World Cup. Team USA lost to Turkey A last night. Didn't even realize it's Turkey A, no longer Turkey. But it doesn't matter because they're playing Wednesday in the round of 32. There's already some options for that match if you want on PrizePicks. All right, last chance to get in on the raffle for the show. 2 prizes. Signed Bart Scott football that he signed today for the Asmaniacs, and a Jets Legends jersey. If you're on hold, stay there. You're guaranteed to get on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. An extraordinary man is on the line.
He's pointing. Gary Box point at you. Gary Box he point at you. Gary Box I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Box I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Pointed box pointed. Point at you. I point.
What up, Jake? You see the second picture in that little intro is me with Xander Zayas. You going to the Zayas Boots fight on Saturday at the Barclays?
No, I to be honest, I didn't even know that was happening.
God dang it, Jake. I thought it was big news. I thought.
Well, you'll like this. I got an email today from the UFC / the Zuffa people, the PR people. Yeah. They asked if I wanted to interview Brooklyn natives Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchkins ahead of their bout when they're fighting at the MSG Theater on July 26th.
Let me just. All right, Berlanga started his career off like 18-0 with 18 first-round knockouts. He's trash. I'm not trying to. He's a New York. He's a Puerto Rican guy. I think he's from New York. He may have grown up in Puerto Rico, but he lives in New York now.
He's from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Okay. He's a huge draw. He used to train with Andre Rozier. I think he still does. He's not good, but he had like the start to his career was 18-0 with 18 first-round knockouts, something like that. He's not. He fought Canelo. He's not good. The other guy, Richardson Hitchens. He's the truth. He's from Brooklyn too. That guy's the truth. 147 pounder. He's really good. Like really.
So if I can only get one of them, I should interview Richardson. You're telling me.
I was gonna. Berlanga's fun. Berlanga is like not the sharpest tool in the shed, and he'll say anything. And he's like a really, really, really fun guy. Berlanga might be the better interview, but Hitchens is by far the better boxer. So that's up to you.
We'll see. We'll see if I have him on. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah. Then you gonna root for Mitchell Robinson when he's winning one of these next season?
You think the Nets are really going to sign him?
I think it depends on the price. I don't know if they've named the teams that have offered him those $20 million contracts, but I would bet the Nets are one of them. I don't know how high they're willing to go, but if you have Sharp and Robinson splitting half the minutes, it's pretty good. Like it's pretty good. Like the Nets don't own their pick this year, so they have to try to get better. Like it's time to get better. And that's
but you don't want to just give out bad contracts just because you can. They're one of the.
Is it a bad contract? $20 million? Is that a bad? I know he gets hurt a lot.
I wouldn't pay Mitchell Robinson starter minutes if I'm the Knicks. So if the Nets are going to offer him $20 million, if I'm the Knicks, I'm not matching that. I'm going to say thank you. We got everything out of you. You were a Knick for 8 years. You're a huge injury risk. You're playing 4-on-5 when he's on the court offensive. What he does is great, and I'm not trying to minimize him.
Mitchell Robinson can lob like 4-on-5. I don't think that's totally.
He can hit a free throw. You're very if you're a good team, you're limited. Like it's fine in the regular season, which you can't play back to back. So you're paying for 50 games, $20 million a year, and the Nets aren't a playoff team.
50 games if he's healthy. That's if he doesn't miss a stretch of games.
Right. He's missed a lot. Go look at his game logs. He misses a lot. I love the guy, but he misses a lot of time.
I know. But the Nets are in a very different situation. The Nets are trying to be relevant. And by relevant, I mean win 35 games because they don't own their pick. Houston owns it from the Harden trade. So, like, they don't want that to look even worse. So just try to win as many games as you can this year. If you can get Robinson on a 2-year deal for $45 million, I don't think it's the end of the world. They got the money. I would try to do it.
If the Nets offer him 2 years for 45, he will be a Net. The Knicks are not matching that.
Well, does anyone else match? Is there anyone else? He's like, I get why you're not bringing him back. But you understand he offers value as an offensive rebounder, as a lob threat, and defensively he's very good. Like you get why people would want him.
But like if I'm a team that's signing Mitchell Robinson to a big deal, I need him to be available, which is a question mark, and I need him to be able to give me more than just being an elite lockdown defender who can offensive rebound.
The rumors are the Nets are looking to either bring Brook Lopez back or Mitchell Robinson. Get Mitchell Robinson. If that's my options, 40-year-old Brook Lopez or Mitchell
Brook's the
Robinson.
man. Come on. He's a New Jersey Net legend.
I love Brook Lopez. He's 40 years old. I don't really want to bring him back at this point. But I want to talk about a couple of things. First, look, I'm not trying to be that guy. I love the optimism of the Jet fan. As long as our quarterback is Geno Smith and our head coach is Glenn, I don't have any optimism. The last 3 years, I picked them to win 11, 13, and 8 games. They have not done that, to say the least. I'm just out of optimism. I don't have any more optimism to give, and I don't see it getting better until Glenn is gone at a minimum, and Geno's ultimately not the quarterback. Can you win 7 games with Geno? Sure. That's not really what I'm looking to do. I'm not if we go 7-10, most of half of y'all will be happy about that. It's that's a bad season. 7-10 is a bad season. Yes, it's better than 3. And is Geno better than Justin Fields? Yes. Are we going to be better than we were last year? Yes. 7-10 isn't the goal. That's never the goal of anything. And 7-10 might just keep Glenn here, which would be a disaster. I'm not going to root for him to lose any game. I don't want him to lose any game, but I'm out of optimism here, Jake. And as long as Glenn and Geno Smith fill the 2 most important voids in football, we're not going to be a good team.
You gotta see it. I don't blame you. I mean, I think if a best case scenario, they are a team that is in the hunt in December. But you're asking a lot. You're asking Glenn to show not just a little improvement, spectacular improvement. He's now taking over the defense, so he has to be really good at that. And you're gonna need Geno's got to play like a top 18 quarterback for this team to have a season. People just think, he could be the 20th best quarterback and we can win 8 or 9. That's not happening. You're not winning 8 or 9 games with the schedule the Jets have if Geno Smith is just the 20th best quarterback in the league. I don't see it. I don't think the roster is good enough for that.
The other thing I wanted to get on was Geno, the arrest. First, the domestic abuse thing, that's obviously more serious than the traffic stop. But again, if they thought that there was actual domestic abuse, they wouldn't let him stay at home with the girl. They would have arrested him on the spot. They wouldn't let them stay together if they actually thought there was domestic abuse.
Well, I don't think the girl was still there, but they would have put cuffs on Geno immediately.
Are they living together, or what was the situation? Oh, then why did he just have the cops move the chick? Get her off my property.
Well, the chick was filming from afar. She was
okay.
Yeah.
I thought. Well, you can't. I didn't know how much property. I didn't know if she was standing he's got a massive driveway. I don't know if she was okay. She was off the property.
At the end of the video that she posted, it looks like she's standing at the end of the driveway filming Geno talking to the police.
I gotcha. And then as far as the traffic stop, it's a traffic stop in Texas. I don't know the law there in Florida is if you put the tag on the wrong car, you could just mail it in and it gets dropped. They'll give you 30 days or something to fix that. I don't think that's a big deal. Geno, here's my concern though. Geno knew the law that he didn't have to identify until they gave reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. He handed the ID first and then said, "But what'd you stop me for?" That's not how a quarterback should process things. If I get pulled over, I'm not giving you my ID until you tell me why you've stopped me. And if you can't articulate why you stopped me, guess what? You're not getting until you can. I know the laws in Florida and the laws in Texas are quite similar with that. I do not have to ID. In Texas, I don't have to ID until I'm under arrest, right? So that's unique, though. But in Florida, you still, and anywhere in the United States, they can't just stop and make you give out an ID. And Geno knew that. And he made the wrong decision. And he said, what does it have to do with football? He's a quarterback. His entire job is making the right decision. Geno knew he didn't have to identify until they told him what he did wrong. Until they told him, it gave him reasonable, articulable suspicion a crime had been committed. He knew that and gave him the ID first and then later asked why he got stopped. No, that comes first. Once you tell me why I'm stopped, then I'll give you the ID. It's not good.
He didn't have an ID. He didn't have a license on him.
Right. Which is, I don't know. I think that's against the law in New York, but I don't know the law. That's not against law in Texas. I can just give you my name, social security, and address. And
no. He got there were 2 tickets at the end of the video. One was for not having his driver's license.
So that's not. I don't have in Texas. I don't have to have my license on me. I know in New York you do. You have to physically have it.
You don't
on
need your license in Texas. I lived in Texas and I didn't know that. That doesn't sound right.
You could just because you grew up in New York. In New York you have to have it on. In Texas I don't have to have my license. I can give you my name, social security number, and address and date of birth in lieu of that.
I don't know.
My wife never carries her license with her ever. If she gets pulled over, she give them her name, social security number.
I didn't know that was a rule in Texas. I had no idea, and I lived there for 6 years almost.
Yeah, no, you don't have.
Also, Beast's head is gonna bust because Gary gives out big headaches. Do you have any advice for Beast and his headache?
We got a headache. I would just understand. Are you dehydrated? Are you tired? Do you need a little nap? Are you hungry?
You ever see a volcano where it goes red, ultra red, darker red, mega 3x red, and it goes. Yeah, hey, that's you. You know how to give out a big headache. You're like an overloading ultra volcano waiting to explode. Go. And Jake, you've never seen volcanoes explode, have you?
I've seen videos of volcanoes exploding, Beast.
Oh, this is exploding. You know how to explode.
What's giving you a headache? It's usually more often than not, it's dehydration. That's like 90% of the time. It could be you're hungry. Did you eat today? Did you eat something? Are you tired? Do you need a little nap? Were you outside working in the yard? Do you got allergies all over you? Just need a shower? Wash that all off you?
I shower 2 times a day now, little fella. I
Two
shower
times?
2 times a day.
Okay. Have you showered? Were you working in the yard today?
You try doing a big yard that
He's not going to answer the question, right? You have allergies, you have pollen on you. That might be causing you a headache. If you clean the pollen off of you, the headache will likely go away.
Son, I take very good
today,
care.
I'm sure. All
I
right.
can still swirl. I can sure pearl, but here's you. You're floppy. Like those floppy. You ever see a floppy disk? You remember?
Hey, tell us about this business that you opened up
I've seen
this
a
week.
floppy disk. I don't know that Jake and the younger guys have ever seen a floppy disk. Jake, have you ever had a floppy disk?
You put the floppy disk into the computer.
Oh, yeah.
When I was in grammar school, in grammar
You
school,
can insert the floppy disk, but it's always better to insert the hard drive.
Beast, what is this business you opened up? Tell us more. Storm Lawn Care?
Yeah, that's right. I already got the new lawn care card sitting right over there. I already paid my way around the suburbs area today. So I got a few people I talked to, and hey, and just like Al Boney what's up from Little Giants, you'll thank me tomorrow.
Storm Lawn Care. So what do you specialize in, Beast? Tell us more.
Hey, if you want something done, and if you don't have a lawnmower and you need something done, just call my number right there, and you'll thank me tomorrow.
What is the number? What's the business line?
Hey, you'll see it on the card. You'll see.
Yeah, but what if someone doesn't have access to get the card? How do they contact you?
I can always put it online. All you gotta do is ask. All you gotta do is ask me first, and I'll take good care of you. Hey, if I'm gonna take good care of you, I'll take good care of you. I'm not like these other morons that the one done deal. Go. Not like that. We don't roll like that. That's right.
Storm Lawn Care. If you want something done, just call. But we don't know where to call.
Hey,
is this his actual? Is this his business card?
See.
This looks pretty good. Did he make this, or did Gator make this?
What do you think?
I think Gator made it, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. That's a sharp looking business card. Is it not? That's a nice looking business card.
I don't do trees. I don't do trees for one reason, because I have a fear for heights.
That's why you don't do trees.
You don't do trees.
Plus, I'm not one other person. George of the jungle, strong as he can be.
I used to have a fear of heights, and my dad was a roofer. Do you know what my dad did? He put me up on a roof for the day. You know what I didn't have at the end of the day? A fear of heights. So you can overcome your fears.
I can't do it.
No, you can. See, that's the attitude. You can. You choose not to.
You got to believe.
That's self.
Here's you.
I want to give a shout out to Jalen Brunson. Did you hear the interview that Jalen Brunson did after that comeback?
I can't hear anything you're saying, Gary.
Unfortunately,
this is a life lesson. And this is like Kobe advice that Jalen Brunson gave. They asked him what he was going through his mind when they were down by 29. He said, it's okay to think of the worst possible outcome, but then you need to immediately do something to fix it. That's not just true in basketball. That's the best advice you can give in life. It's okay to think of the worst possible outcome as long as you do something immediately to fix it. That's good advice from Jalen Brunson.
Also,
Shout
I have
out
an
Jalen
update on
Brunson.
the Beast Lawn Care. The business card that Gator made actually has his number and email on it, but this one is not. This image you see here is just for the show, not the actual one that Beast has been putting around his neighborhood, apparently.
You really doing
and in the suburbs. And in the suburbs. That's right.
Do you not live in the suburbs?
No.
Hey, when I go to these suburbs, hey, I like to enjoy a good time and find the right lawns to work with. Always remember, if you can't work with the perfect lawn or the perfect
Do you not
people,
live in the suburbs
He
now? I've
doesn't
sent
live in,
you.
he doesn't live in the suburbs. You've seen his house. He
I
does not live in the
all the
suburbs.
time. I go 99.
He doesn't live in an inner city, Gary.
No, I think when he says the suburbs, I think he means like Aurora or outside, like Sirico, like outside of Chicago. He lives in the city of Chicago.
Try
You've seen
Berkeley,
his
try
house.
Oak
It's in
Lawn,
the
try
city of
Berwyn,
Chicago.
try LaGrange.
Yeah, but it's not downtown. It's like
It's not by the it's not by the Bean. I understand that, but it's still. See, you guys in New York view city differently than everybody else. That is the city.
Oh,
Outside of the
hell
city-
no. A pickle? Yuck. I hate pickles.
He lives
Why are
in
you
the-
talking about pickles?
I hate pickles.
Like I live in the city of Fort Worth. You guys would look at where I live and say it's like country. I'm in the city of Fort Worth. What he is saying is outside of Chicago.
ISU writes, and are you 85 and do you need your bush trimmed? Call Jason Storm.
Whoa! Let me say this once. Go, you freaky dog.
No, I think that was just professional. Professional.
What is the
advice.
slogan for Beast Lawn Storm Lawn Care?
If you're 85 and need your strip,
Is that the
If you
slogan,
want something-
Beast?
If you want something done, just call. We'll take good care of you.
All right.
What if you're not capable of getting it done, or are you not
Hey,
concerned?
don't worry. Hey, I'm gonna carry bottled water on me anyway. I'm gonna find whatever I can find. What you see is what you get.
Oh,
If
that
I've
we
got
know.
to buy Gatorade for myself, I can get Gatorade. I can bring bottled water. That's simple. Come on. You don't think I could buy one of these?
All right, let me ask you this. If I don't have a lawn, but if I did and I wanted to hire Storm Lawn Care to mow my grass, mow my lawn, what would you charge? How does that work?
Hey, we'll start as high as 20 to 25. As long as it looks good, we'll make sure we'll sweep everything up, get all the dust, debris, and everything else. We'll
$20 to
also do-
$25 to be clear.
Yeah, that's about right. Because like what he'll do is he'll get a contract with the entire block, right? So you get a contract with the entire block, and then you just run the lawnmower straight, and you do it once a week, or I guess it depends. Like the grass doesn't grow much in Texas, so like we have a
You know that
HOA, and
because
the
it's
HOA has a
100
contract with a guy
down
like that. He comes by once a week and he knocks out the whole block.
But this is an individual agreement I'm having with Storm Lawn Care. I don't want to speak for my neighbors.
I
in
don't
this
know
scenario.
if that's gonna. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna do that. Yeah, he might charge you a little more than that.
Beast, does your rate depend on the size of the lawn that you're mowing?
We have to look at the size first, and I also have to look at conditions and weather conditions because number one, I can work certain degrees where I can work them at. 70 to 79 is a beauty. 80 to 84 is perfect. Anything past 85, that's where my heart rate starts going.
Look, I'm not trying to be like insensitive, and I'm not trying to be like a dick about things.
now
You're
here
a
we
lawnmower
go.
man.
Here
Most of
we
your
go.
job is done in the summer. You're gonna have to work in the heat. Like I'm not. If it's 110, that's different. If it's
I'm
90
not gonna
degrees
even
and you
bother
work,
yelling.
like my dad was a roofer. He used to make me roof in Texas in 100-degree heat. Like you have to do it. Like that's just too bad.
Because you're
Like,
a
you're gonna have to mow
psychopath.
lawns in 85-degree heat. You're just gonna have to live with that.
Oh boy, you could. I feel like Father May I from Repossessed going. Somebody give me my bill. This guy's giving me a headache. Yeah,
We don't want you getting sick, and we don't want you passing out. But you're gonna have to work at 85-degree
right
temperature.
now. Just think. I would just say to myself, picture Gary's face on a punching bag. Just think of it. Face punching bag. Boing, boing, boing. Yeah.
I want you to consider this. He wants to punch me in the face because he wants to start up a lawn care business, and I told him you're probably going to have to work when it's 85 degrees outside. He wants to punch me in the face for that. He's just saying, you know what? You're right. Thank you. That's good advice. I would lose business if I didn't.
Let's get to the bottom of this temperature situation, B. So if it's 88 degrees and we need you to mow the lawn, are you able to do it?
The body can't do like it used to. Maybe back then in high school. Okay, enough's enough. I'm not gonna yell today. Enough's enough. That end of the line. Okay, yeah, cut.
To be fair to Gary, Beast, I don't think he was trying to antagonize you. I think he was saying,
well, I know.
You're gonna have to brave the conditions sometimes to make money.
About 3 yards, and unfortunately, the guy's gonna give me. He's already giving me a pounder. You know. And that's how my head feels. It's like it's already been boxed in, going. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yeah, B, sometimes I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, Gary, I think we covered a lot of ground today.
Did. That was quite a phone call. That was quite a phone. And it's bad decision making. It's bad processing by Geno Smith, which is my biggest issue with them. But either way, he's still going to be better than Justin Fields. So at least we got that going for us.
Oh, the bar is in hell, but we'll clear it.
Oh, what do you think about Brando going into my Nets? Is that still your boy?
Yeah, I'm always going to root for Randall. I said it the other day on the show. I think it's a good move for them. It raises their floor. He's a good player.
They have finally someone who can create his own shot and create his own offense. They haven't had that since KD.
He's a good regular season player. He's not a 1. He's probably not a 2 on a championship team either, but he's a good player. And the Knicks turnaround doesn't start with Adam, so I always will be appreciative.
Minnesota's been good. Like they've been competitive, and he's been their number 2 guy since he got there. They went to the Western Conference Finals with him as their number 2.
Yeah, but that
I'm
team
not
is really
saying
good.
the Nets are going to do that. They're obviously not, but
he's a nice player. It's a good move.
Yeah.
They got a pick out of it too. They have the cap space. I like it. Good move.
All right. Appreciate you, Jake.
Here you go, Gary. This is for you.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks.
World chance, baby. Yeah. All right. A couple calls left. Appreciate everyone. Long show. I didn't think it'd be this long. We were supposed to have a guest, and GreenBean's internet crapped out 2 minutes into the show, but the callers have taken over. Some membership shout outs. Mimosa in the house. Mimosa in the Asmaniac raffle for the 2 prizes coming up. Bart Scott signed football and a Jets Legends jersey. She's in for 10 entries. Hit it.
Thank you, Mimosa, for your generosity and tremendous support of the Jake Asman Show.
Shout out to the great Mimosa. Hang in there, Mimosa. Shout out to Stella as well. RIP to Mimosa's dog, Stella, who always would tune into the show. Ralphie in for 2. He says, I'm in for the raffle. Not sure if you knew it, but Shine is also obsessed with Beast. His car is leased. Wants a ticket to Beast Feast. Well played. Beast Feast is coming, folks. It's October 25th. Jets Dolphins. The tailgate is called Beast Feast. It's a sanctioned tailgate. Unlike the unsanctioned tailgate that Fairy Tale Mike, or what did Beast call him? Something Mike is putting together. Green Gang in the raffle for 5 total entries. Green Gang, thank you. Hey, Beast, real quick, what is Midnight Mike's name according to you?
Fruitcake.
Oh, Fruitcake Mike, thank you.
Yeah, fruitcake. And
Okay.
we're playing a good game of pool. I'm going to invite you to a game of pool one day. We're going to go to a bar and play a game of billiards. Nobody gives a shit.
I look forward to it, Beast. Thank you. More of your calls right now. Again, giveaway coming up. So last chance to get in. Let's say hello to a man that we call around here Purple Belt Mike.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, he might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Oh, fuck. All right, a couple things. You do need a license in Texas if you're driving. If you're a passenger, you don't need to show your license. But if you're driving, you do. So don't drive around Texas without your license, because Penal Code 3806 or 3802 under Texas law states you need to show a driver's license.
It didn't sound right to me when Gary. I feel like I would have heard that living down in that state for almost 6 years.
I think what he meant to say is if he was a passenger, because he doesn't drive. So I think it was just a miscommunication there. But I know you got listeners here or whatever, so that are in Texas. I just don't want people to go, I'll leave my wallet at home, and you're going to get like a $500 fine. So
yeah, Gary's offered to pay the fine for anyone who gets a ticket for that.
Don't do that. I I haven't been able to really call in, and I'm just working my ass off. It's been so busy. But
do you work when the temperature's above 88 degrees?
I work when it's 0 degrees or 100 degrees. It don't matter.
What about Storm Lawn Care? Would you recommend he does the same?
No, I wouldn't recommend the same because he might get a heart attack. So, no, I don't recommend that. No.
Come on.
I wanted to hit on this before. Sorsby, I'm glad that he's not going to supplement the draft just because it gives us another option next year, regardless of what happens. Is he fully banned for the year in college?
I don't think he's going to get any eligibility. It's not official yet, but he got the injunction. Then the other league, the Big 12, was going to try and put a stop to that. He dropped his case and then applied for the supplemental draft, got rejected. As of now, there's no word if he's going to try and still play college football. I don't think he will.
So if he doesn't play college football, he's going to be like a 5th-round pick or something.
He's definitely not going to be a first-round pick. That's for sure.
No way. I don't think he'll be even a 3rd-round pick if he goes an entire year without playing football.
A 3rd round would probably be the earliest I could see a team taking him if he's, if he crushes it at the combine. Maybe he plays in some of these. I don't even know. Is he eligible to play in like the Senior Bowl? Like, I don't even know how that works.
I don't know. And then with the Knicks, if we don't keep Robinson, that's okay. But we need fucking dog just fell. We need a 7-footer. It can't just be Cat. We need another 7-footer to protect against the big guys.
Agreed. And they will add depth to center. Like they'll figure. I have full confidence in the Knicks front office.
Huge difference between a 6'9" guy and a 7-footer, especially if you're going against a guy like Wemby or one of these big, long, lanky guys.
Correct.
We need a big guy in there. And if we lose Shamit and whatever, I don't think it's going to be a big deal because I think Dadier is going to have a big year. I think Dadier is going to surprise some people with how good he is. So, and I think we're going to repeat. So if Mitch wants to take the money and lose with the Nets, he can do that. But we're going to win another one. Running it back. Don't matter. Knicks 2026 champs, 2027 champs. Book it, baby. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
PBM, you're the man. Are you coming on July 11th? I forget.
I'm embarrassed that you asked that question.
You'll be there. Hell yeah.
Yes, of course. Me and Snowball, we're driving down together.
Oh, let's go. I love it. Well, I will see you in 15 days.
Peace.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Don't leave. Who let the dogs out? Don't leave.
John J. Williams in the raffle for 2. He sent me a Venmo. Thank you very much to John J.
Go Knicks. Go Knicks.
I mean, he sent me a Zelle, but same thing. Appreciate it. Couple calls left here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a legend on the line, so do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this. But let me just get caught up on the Super Chats. Andrew C. says, all I see is a Venmo and no number. That was in reference to Storm Lawn Care. Again, Beast apparently has an actual business card with his email and number on it. This is not for show, though. This is just the business card without the info for show purposes. Andrew C. wants to know, has Beast used his bowling ball yet? Let's ask him. Beast, have you used the Dreams bowling ball he sent you? 3 times?
That's correct. See? And I just, right now, I'm getting my ass shoot out in the game of pool, but I'm learning. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to learn. That's life. You learn, you learn. If you don't learn, you're not going to make it in life. Now let's go to another caller.
Devin in the house. Gifted 10 memberships. Wow, Devin. Let's go. What is that for Devin? Is that 30 entries in this one show from Devin? I believe it is. It is. Devin, you're the man. Let's go. Hit it. Jet 41, JD Surf City, Brett Ward, Infamous Loser Kid 44, Robert C, Frankie Serrano, Jagnos, Chris Gazel, Villa 888, Josh Helis, all receiving a membership there from our guy Devin. Devin, thank you.
And here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Last call to enter the raffle for the 2 prizes coming up. Peg and Arty says, just to let everyone know, I have the best husband and sons in the world. Shout out to Peg and Arty, a great call together earlier. Justin says, for real, Jets like our original team name, the Titans of New York, 60 to 63. Like my dad, Mark J. I was born in June of 75. Rest his soul, Jets, 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 Jets. The Titans from Nashville taking on the old New York Titans in week 1 on September 13th. And we will be there. Can't wait. Cisco, thank you for the $2 super chat. Justin says, I win. Let's go, Jets. I'm speaking it, so it is. I hope you're right, Justin. If you saying I win and it manifests to the Jets winning games this year, I think there's not a single person watching the show right now that wouldn't be excited about that.
Jet up. Let's go.
All right, folks. The closer for today's program is on the line. He's a legend around these parts. He's done many things in his career. And around here, he's earned the nickname One Punch Dave Brigger.
He thinks that Gary needs more shots upside his head. This cowboy hates when you don't believe in achievement. Well, they call him One Punch Brigger. The moon landing was real. They call him One Punch Brigger. His claim is not too dirty. One Punch Brigger. He did jokes his lightning size. One Punch Brigger. Doesn't know they need done.
Hey Jake, what's happening?
Wow, Dave, what an outfit this is.
This is yard day. I was doing some yard work. I could use Beast out here to cut the grass.
Let me bring him on. You guys could talk shop.
Let's see that lawn first. I want to take a good
Well,
walk.
you want to see my lawn? It's this part got to be done. I got tired today. So I could use it to doing some of this jazz.
Ooh, this looks very big for me to perfectly work.
Yeah.
I don't need a garbage can. That's all I need is just one garbage.
No, we don't. No garbage cans. No garbage cans. Just grass and weeds. Gotta pick weeds. Are you game for that?
He can do anything, Dave. Don't you worry.
Jake, I don't know where we're going with this Geno. He has no discretion. You think, after being given a second chance, he'd learn a little bit about life, I don't know. We'll see what happens, We'll see what happens. But everybody said as much as I could say about it, so I was the last one to close here. I see you got your shirt there from Tampa on. I remember that one. You had that on for your birthday cake, when I give you the birthday cake.
Yeah, shout out to NY Jets Florida Ted, who's in the chat, who made that surprise cake happen.
That was a good time, until the next day. Then we suffered.
That's the problem. I've done too many of these, and I'm tired of it. That's why I got to win week 1. I'm tired of everyone being like, oh, how was insert place you did a big event for Jet fans at? And it's great until the game started. Not this year.
Yeah, well, we hope so, right? Jake, I remember when I first started tuning in, I think it was 22 before the draft, and you were the eternal optimist.
Mm-hmm.
You were the eternal optimist. And you know what? You become like us now.
It's just look like
you become one of us. You become
only go back to being optimistic, Dave, if I have a reason to. Like, again, I don't want to be negative. I just call it how it is. I'm honest. I try to be objective, and like I don't believe in the head coach, so I'd be lying if I'm like, yeah, I see this team winning 9-10 games. Like, if I have reason to believe in the team, I'll be right there leading the charge.
That's it. I mean, you can't be dumb. I mean, just thinking that a draft is going to change things. The coaching is going to change things. The coaching is, the coaching may change a little bit. How much is it going to change? Lou B made me laugh before. I mean, I appreciate Lou B, but there's no such thing as a semi-coach. What is that? What is a semi-coach? It's like having 2 quarterbacks that stink. I mean, come on. It's put up or shut up time for Glenn. I mean, everybody knows that. And as far as Geno goes, I mean, this thing is just a big distraction. He's going to get out of it because she's probably just a gold digger. He doesn't have any discretion. We're all told by our parents when we all miss the mark, but we all should grow up a little bit. This guy's 36, almost 35, 36 years old. He's driving around without his license. He's driving around without his incorrect plates. You know what? You can make all the excuses in the world. There's such a thing as being responsible in life. And that's where it comes down to. I mean, a person that's in a position of leadership is responsible. I don't like any excuses. Hey, if I make a mistake, I do it. I made a mistake. So he made a mistake. Let it be, somebody should take this guy aside and read him the riot act. Maybe Wright could read him the riot act. He seems like a guy of reason. I don't know. They just, you have to have leadership capabilities. I mean, That description that Gary gave about, the stopping event, with the policeman. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, that shows no responsibility. I mean, forget it. I don't know. I just want Jake. I just want to see competitive football, punch in the mouth kind of defense. Just be competitive. I can't take another year at 3-14 or losing. I really can't. If you're uncompetitive, I can't take uncompetitiveness.
I just want a good start to the year, Dave. Like, could we be 2-2 through 4?
Well, here you go. You said it perfectly. I want Salah's pelt on the winning dressing room wall, which would be the Jets' dressing room. I want that. That guy stinks as a head coach. If he can't beat him, and it's 2 peas in a pod here, pretty much. But I mean, if you can't beat Salah, you can't beat anybody. Come on.
I love this comment from Snowball. First blood, Brigger.
Well, hey, that's the way you play. I don't care. I come from the old school. I don't play to lose, and none of us want to lose. We're tired of losing, aren't we? Aren't we tired of losing? You have to have some kind of backbone. This team got to, they got to show us that they care. Jake, we've been through too much here.
Agreed. You can be competitive, man. Like, give us a seat. You shouldn't be out of it by the end of September. Like, most teams can hang around and be in the hunt. Like, that's the path to saving his job. Like, give us the Jets with Salah were 6-3 at one point in his second year. Again, like, we had a season. Like, it fell apart, yes, but at least we were relevant. Like, I'll take that over. Like, again, my channel cannot survive 0-7 again. Like, we're all going to lose our minds. I can't do it.
We've been beaten to a pulp. I mean, we could take so much. The preliminaries, all this preliminaries that go up towards the season through the summer. It's just year after year, the same thing over and over. Then we get to the season and we have no football. The stuff that we look is not real football. The stuff that the Jet fans have to look at is not real football. We don't even have our own stadium. Nothing. Everything is like everything. We're not even second-class citizens. Then that's how they treat us. They treat us that way. That's how we're treated. It's sad. It's just sad, and I feel bad. Hey, listen, I'm the kind of fan that I'm going to stand in there, and I'm taking a neutral stance. I don't want to be negative or positive, but I just want to see us be competitive. That's all. I can't take another year of non-competitiveness. I really can't. I don't know what I'm going to do if we have to go through another year like that. I really don't know. I mean, the Rodgers year, the Achilles year, the next year, last year, it's just one after the other. It's just, it's just a snowball of incompetence. That's all. Let's just hope it ends. Let's hope it ends. And if we fail this year, he's out the door. Then we start off from scratch again. Where are we going?
Well, you got to hope that Muji could hire a good coach if that plays out.
Yeah, he's the only semblance of hope we really have. Maybe it may be Reich. I don't know. I mean, I don't like to be negative, believe me, but I've seen too much, Jake.
I get it, Dave. Believe me, but
I don't want to be Joel B. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be like that. And I feel happy for you guys. Hey, at least you were able to have a championship, and I feel happy for you guys. I mean, because that means something. Because our fans needed something. So at least our fans that are Knicks fans got to appreciate winning. So, I mean, at least you got some winning in your blood, and, you don't have to keep suffering for every single sport. And what could I say, Jake? What could I say?
Hang in there, Dave.
I'm hanging in. Hey, my motto is never give up. I'm never giving up. I'll chew the meat to the end, buddy. That's it.
I love it. Dave, you have a great weekend. You look spectacular, all right?
Well, thank you. Thank you. I feel good. It's a nice summer. I don't want the summer to go quick, but I'm still looking forward to putting Salah's pelt on the wall. Remember that. I know you want it there, too.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, God bless.
Dave Brigger, yeah.
He thinks that Gorman needs to get a frickin' job. This cowboy hates to see Asmaniacs complain. What they call him, one-punch Brigger. You need to get a job. What they call him, one-punch Brigger. The beast is on his ass. They call him one-punch Brigger. Has anyone seen Dean Mack? They call him one-punch Brigger. You'll only need one.
To quote Dave Brigger, we're chewing the meat to the end. Hell yeah. Great call, Dave. Justin with a super chat says, I'm speaking it into existence, and so it is. I win. From your lips to God's ears, the Jets win. Cisco in for 2. He says, does that mean I win my bet against Frankie now that Sorsby's not entering the draft? Well, remind me what the bet was, Cisco. I don't remember the exact specifics of what it was between you two. Frankie will be on Monday in all likelihood once I confirm that with him over the weekend. So if you did win the bet, we could let his ass know on Monday. Justin, thank you for gifting a membership. I see you're in for 1. Jetstream says, where did you get that shirt from? This is from Chubby's last year, their NFL line. They sent me one. They sponsored the show last August and September. Jim Breeze says, put me in for 1. You're in for 2, Jim. $10 super chat gets you 2 entries. Thanks for supporting the channel. Raffles coming up shortly here. I've begun counting all the names. Andrew C says, Brigger, most people have 1 car and 1 license plate. Things get mixed up in the mailbox sometimes. Dream, thank you. Barbarossa, I know you were on the line, then you dropped out. I think you're there. I got a surprise final caller if Barbarossa's not there. Doesn't look like he is. But Gator McCluskey is. Hello, Gator.
It's amazing. Leave it to the drunk guy to call in and say, oh, if you get it in the mail, you put it on the wrong car. It's no big deal. Of course, yeah. If you're sober, it gets on the right car. How you doing?
Hey, Gator. Hey, Goose.
Yeah, I mean, why are we surprised? Glenn was going to bring in high character guys, and yeah, he's doing a good job. So there you go. I only calling in because I had an incident happen to me that I wanted to share with you because I thought it was funny. I had a procedure, a little MRI thing where they put you on a table and they tell you where to sit and where to not sit and what to do. And this lady, she had me put my arm over my chest and she told me to hold on to this rope. And I swear to you, 3 times during the procedure, she said, sir, don't let go of the rope. And I laughed. I giggled. I said, I kind of feel the rope letting loose here, lady. It's going to go. Don't let go of the rope. That's all I got, man. I just wanted you to know that. I hate this fucking team. I hate everything about them, but I'm going to still root for them. I'll hope. I'll pray. But you know what? They're going to let me down. They always do. That's the way it is.
But this year's different, Gator. Don't worry.
Okay. You keep telling yourself that.
Don't let go of the rope, man. You heard our coach.
Yeah. I do love the team. I love the Asmaniacs. I love the community you set up. I love you, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm there for you.
Gator McCluskey and Goose.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Come on, man. Don't let go. Again, Glenn has given us so much meme-worthy material if he doesn't turn it around. Again, the second he's fired, you know how many people are going to make the joke and post the video of him dancing like a clown on the sideline in the game they ended up losing to the Bucks last year? That's going to be used against him. If the defense gets lit up early, they're going to replay that play calling is my superpower. If Geno sucks, they're going to play he's going to take us to the promised land. Again, they're going to have bad moments. They're going to face adversity. That's every team. The problem with the Jets is, and this is not just a Glenn-specific thing, this has been during the 15-year playoff drought, they don't handle any sort of adversity well. They fold. It craters them. Like, they need to be able to deal with adversity. But everything Glenn says is going to be used against him if he doesn't back up his talk. John says, Bing Bong, still riding the championship wave. If all else fails, just know we're champs. Have a wonderful weekend. Hey, I'm sure Met fans have been telling themselves that as they got back into baseball here since the Knicks run ended. See you later, Carlos Mendoza. My God. World champs, though, baby. Hell yeah.
If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, Woo! New York, world champions.
Damn right, Beningo. Our new closer's on the line. Barbarossa, take us home.
Oh, dude. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's been a little while, so cheers, Asmaniacs. No more pencils, no more books. I too love July and August. So I don't know who was that. Dave Brigger said, dude, July and I hope July and August go real slow too, man. So cheers.
Hell yeah. You're a hell of a teacher. Another great school year in the books.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This is I appreciate that. We had our barbecue today and everything. So it was actually really, really nice. First thing I wanted to say was Mike D's Nuts. I hope you're doing better. For those of you that don't know, maybe you're new to the show, Mike D's Nuts spanked my white ass in the first round of the Asmaniac tournament the first year. It was a whooping. It was great. It was good for him. I really hope he does. I really hope he's doing well. He's a great guy. One of the most generous people on this channel. Like the original giftinator, if you will.
Yes.
So like really, like when I started watching, he was the guy that just gave all the most. Like I literally thought he was made of money. So I hope he's doing better. Like second thing, that Gary's call was awesome. I think you should interview the dumber guy. Just show up. Just ask Beast for some of his attire. Just show up and don't even ask any questions. Just let him talk, dude. Just let that guy talk. I think you should go with the more fun guy. Who's the worst boxer? Maybe he's a better grappler or whatever, but you should go with that guy to interview. When it comes to Geno Smith, man, like Gary said it. I was gonna say the same. Like it's crunch time, and you made like the wrongest decision you could. Like I don't know. I rarely talk to cops, but when I do, it's like worse than talking to my boss. So like we're not effing around when the cops are there. But since for me personally, now we're just shifting gears a bit. Now that it's the summer, I'm going guns in the sink. That's the kind of summer I'm going for. It's guns in the sink. That's the kind of season I think we should have. So I don't really care about any of that stuff. Just cheers to the Asmaniacs. Drive with your licenses, and just take care of each other. Cheers, and I hope everybody enjoys their summer.
I love it. Barbarossa, great call. I gotta ask you, is that a San Diego Padres shirt you're wearing?
Yeah. So this is why. So a couple of years ago, I went to visit a friend who lives out in San Diego, and we went to a game. They played the Dodgers, and this was just really comfortable. It was kind of cold, and I bought it. It's 4 years in. It's still pretty good. I guess they're maybe my second team. They've never hurt us as Yankee fans. We know they can't hurt us. So they're an easy team to root for, I guess. But yeah, it's just comfortable. Petco Park was nice. And like the game that I went to, we were sitting right behind home plate, and the one pitch I videotaped, Mookie Betts hit like a home run. And it was pretty sick. It was a good time. San Diego's nice. San Diego's
great
very
ballpark,
nice.
too. I went.
Yeah.
Like
really,
actually,
yeah.
like 10 years ago now, but I went 10 years ago and had a great time.
Dude, I have one request for Beast. Beast, what if I don't need my lawn mowed, but I need it fertilized? Can you help me out with that?
I'd have to look at the area first and what has to be patched up and what has to be fertilized, because if there's
Hold on, Beast, I can't hear you. Oh no.
What I'm trying to say is,
can you hear me?
I don't want to talk to that clown.
Ay Dios mío.
Good
I hope
job.
this isn't me. Maybe it is.
Not that.
You can't hear the Beast?
Oh, it's definitely me.
You're a funny guy. Hey, question. What's up with this? Are you going to be the next?
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Barbarossa, call back.
Very funny. Very funny.
You know what? I can relay his question. Will you fertilize his lawn?
I have to look at it first, and I have to see if there's some areas that are brown and there's no patch of growing. Then we have to
areas that are brown.
Yeah. For example, if it doesn't grow and it's just brown and it hasn't been watered, that means you're gonna have to. You know what? Not gonna talk right now. Go to the bathroom.
Hey, Candyman says don't let go of the rope.
What rope? I got plenty of ropes in the garage. Except they're old. They've been used hundreds of times.
Just don't let go of the rope.
You're in the raffle for 2, Candyman. Congrats on winning the Joe Klecko helmet on the show last week. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier today, as I finished counting the raffle names here, earlier today I hosted a radio show with Bart Scott. He was nice enough to sign the football we're about to raffle away. And Bobby Midnight called in, and this is how his call went.
In Vermont has been waiting a long time. Wants in on the Mets conversation from earlier. Hello, Bob.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Bobby.
And Bart Scott, how you doing? Jake is a great YouTube
person too. You guys make a good couple. You should get rid of the bald-headed guy.
Oh, man, Bob, you can't be coming over here firing people, Bob. We don't do that, man. Can't do that. Jay got his own thing going on his hand.
Come on.
And Carlin's my guy, man. You can't be trying to see, that's what they try to do. They try to put a wedge in between you and stir up stuff, man.
He was on hold for 2.5 hours to say that Chris Carlin should be removed from the show the way Mendoza was removed from the Mets dugout.
Can make with the yuck and the dance, you little monkey clown.
Tough.
Thank you for the call, Bob. But come on, you can't call. I'm filling in for Chris. You can't say he should be fired. What do you expect's going to happen there? Bart's going to defend his guy, his teammate. Justin in the raffle for 2. Thank you, Justin. He says, let's duplicate the Knickerbockers and hopefully three-peat or do as our Islanders did, a real quad. The Knicks never three-peated. They only won 2. And they didn't even do it back-to-back. But I would love for them to win 3 straight, all right? And it went 53 years just to get 1. You're talking about winning 3 in a row now? And your uncle was the on-ice physical therapist for the Islanders. Wow, that's really cool. LGI, baby. The New York Islanders, the last team in the NHL to win 4 consecutive Stanley Cups, probably will never happen again. They went to the Cup 5 straight years, lost to the Gretzky in the 5th and final time. No one's ever going to 5 straight Stanley Cups. 79, 80, 81, 82. That's awesome. Shout out to Steve Worth, who was the Islanders' on-ice physical therapist and is Justin's uncle. Ladies and gentlemen, I have accumulated all the raffle names. I'll be ready shortly to spin the Wheel of Champions. But first, we need to bring on the master of raffle ceremony. So everyone, buckle up.
Sponsored by Kinder, the ultimate chocolate of all chocolates. Hey, everybody, this is Sean Mooney here, live here in our own Coliseum home video. Are we ready to go? Ladies, bring out that wheel. It's the weekend, and we all know what time it is. Yankees, Red Sox this weekend, and are we ready for some surprises, including AEW Forbidden Door coming this Sunday night? Let's spin that wheel at 1, 2, 3, and let it bust and blast. Go!
Good job, human snowman. It's time for that daily Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Hasman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Yeah, that happened. Thank you very much, Beast. Where's my music? It's time for the Asmaniac raffle. Here we go. All the names from this show and this show only are on the Wheel of Champions. Tomorrow's the weekly raffle. We're going to do a show in the morning. Guest to be determined. But we'll spin the wheel tomorrow for the 5 total items. But right now we're going to do 2 because we got so many entries and you guys are the absolute greatest. Again, 2 prizes today. The first is a signed football by Bart Scott. Here's a photo I took of him signing it. That's your certificate of authentication because I don't have one. He signed it today. I'm holding it in my hand right here. Signed Bart Scott football. The other prize that I added mid-show, because you guys are great, is a Jets Legends jersey. So if you win that, you have to tell me the size and the player that you want with your address to get it ordered. Good luck to everyone who entered. You guys are the greatest. Wouldn't be able to do this year-round without the support from the audience, and these memberships and super chats are a big part of that. In addition to everyone who tunes into the content and supports our sponsors. Here we go. 2 spins. First spin is for the Bart Scott signed football. If you win to claim your prize, contact me. My email is asmanjake@gmail.com so you can claim your prize. The winner is Devin. Devin, you're the winner. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Devin, you are the winner. Congratulations. Email me to claim your Bart Scott signed football. All right. We're going to take Devin's entries out. He's going to win one prize per daily or weekly raffle. And now we're going to raffle away a Jets Legends jersey. If you win, I need your name, your address, and the size, and the player you want. Your choices are for this: Keyshawn, Mangold, Revis, Crabette, Martin, Klecko, Broadway Joe. Here we go. Our final spin on a Friday. Our second winner this afternoon is the Candyman. Candyman is the winner. He wrote earlier, don't let go of the rope. Well, guess what? Don't let go, because you are the winner.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Oh, yeah. How about that? Outstanding job by everyone who entered. You guys are the best. What a show. What a time to be alive. Our two winners, again, Devin, who won the Bart Scott football, and Candyman, who gets a Jets Legends jersey of his choosing. You guys are awesome. Candyman, I see you're in the chat. Shoot me an email at the earliest convenience for you, and we'll get that ordered for you this week. All right. That's it. We're back tomorrow. I will talk to you guys then. It is going to be magical. It is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to it. Until then, though, I leave you guys with a blast from the recent past. Sit back and enjoy greatness. I hope it brings you a smile. I hope it brings you a laugh. I hope ultimately you remember that the Jets might suck, but this show will still find a way to make you laugh, to make you cry, to bring joy to your hearts. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
What does everybody? That video has to be cut. I don't want to see that.
Looks like piss.
I did not pee out the window. I only do that in the bathroom only. Get that correct. Shame.
Relax. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more from Beast.
Beast Mac.
Look at my TV.
Beast Mac.
That wasn't me peeing. I was just stringing the cheese. Calm your freaky down. I cook burgers in my attic and burn it down.
You know, next week I got blood work and you're going to push this crap? Blood boiling. I was just about to go to the bathroom and take a you-know-what. Come back to me at 5. I got to go take a leak.
That doesn't sound like you're taking a leak.
I got to take a leak.
Okay.
It's like I gas right now.
I'll take your word for it. Why are you walking towards the bathroom? Don't you got to go to the window?
I haven't had anything to eat all day. I'm really hungry, and I heard about this new fast food place called Beast Burger.
Are you tired of grilling outdoors? Are you tired of having to go to the kitchen to cook? Thanks to Beast's ultimate taste tool, my troubles are over. Sure, it's a little smoky, but who cares? Look, I even got a bucket to shit in so I never have to leave my room. Now you're cooking with butt.
I need 3 attic burgers. Jake, do you want a diarrhea cha-cha-cha? Because I'm going to get one.
Give me a side of diarrhea cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, all right. So 2 diarrhea cha-cha-chas. I'll take some maga fries. Give me 2 unbreakable bed pies. You get all that, Beast? Yeah, I don't think you took my order. This is the worst fast food joint I've ever been to.
Bob in Vermont has been waiting a long time. Wants in on the Mets conversation from earlier. Hello, Bob.
Hi, Jake. How you doing?
Bobby.
And Bart Scott, how you doing? Jake is a great YouTube person, too. You guys make a good couple. You should get rid of the bald-headed guy.
Oh, man, Bob, you can't be coming over here firing people, Bob. We don't do that, man. Can't do that. Jake got his own thing going on his hand.
Come on.
And Carlin's my guy, man. You can't be trying to see, that's what they try to do. They try to put a wedge in between you and stir up stuff, man.
He was on hold for 2.5 hours to say that Chris Carlin should be removed from the show the way Mendoza was removed from the Mets dugout.
You make with the yuck and the dance, you little monkey clown.
Tough.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.